start then, I guess. Does anyone want to give a recap of the previous session?
Sure, I'll give it a go. So, I believe after leaving the Grove of Icicles, we decided to go and checking out the where those orc tribes were and finding a dragon or two. We headed back down. We decided to go do this job for the Sybil. Oh dear, I've forgotten that lady's that lady we found in the Grove of Icicles, and which involved going to this tree and getting its heart. So we went to the tree and we found had a whole bunch of vulture-like humanoids. Yes, Ascendria the Broken. That's who gave us the job, and apparently, and I believe obtaining the heart of this tree was as to enable us to get into to the inverted tower in the Slaughter Scar.
Yep.
It's like a key or something, yeah.
Or not, as we may have found out.
Yep.
Well, it's some sort of access pass.
Indeed. So we got to the tree and we found some rather unpleasant things called slugs.
Sexy bird monsters.
Slua.
They're not that sexy.
Slua.
And they decided we sort of wandered in and they decided we looked delicious and started to go have a look. So we tried to fling some off, and turns up once you kill them, they turn back up on a tree and for some point until it and then they decide to swoop up again. It's like the tree is giving them life.
To be fair, before we started shooting at them, we were like, they're coming right for us, and Sean was pretty sure they were undead, so we were like, okay.
And they summoned their Titan herder.
Yes, yes, in a very dramatically appropriate moment, we saw some lady running over the hill, running away from said Titan. Titan wasn't very happy with her. We wanted to eat her as Titans are wont to do. Unfortunately, the slugs.
Slua.
The slewer decided that he looked also delicious and decided to divide their attentions, which was good for us because
I think they were just worried he was going for the tree.
Probably, yeah.
Either way.
Be good for us.
Bit of column B.
Yeah.
Yep,
Remember,
be good for us.
So, enemy of my enemy is my enemy. Or enemy's enemy. Isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
The enemy of my enemy is also worth XP.
Yes.
Alliance
That too.
is wonderful. So, thanks to that diversion, we managed to make our way up to the tree, and we're trying to fight them off, and eventually started to attack the tree. Minerva's as minion. What name? Kukulane bravely tried to set the tree on fire, and he actually did a pretty good job, and didn't quite get killed for his trouble. He made a very well timed tactical withdrawal. Whereas my mean just was picking up backpacks, which is also a good thing. So we were basically rushing the tree, and then that time decided they started to turn his attention towards us as well. But we were able to get a few good hits on him between that and the slewer attacking him. He was able to be overcome. Meanwhile, the tree was pretty much completely beaten up, and Hypatia landed the killing blow. Unfortunately, there was some sort of flash of light and probably some sort of explosion of some description, and she failed to avert her eyes in time, and she's now alive but blind.
Not in a good way.
And then the remaining birds that didn't pop when the tree exploded, kamikazed into her for additional spirit damage.
Yeah.
Ripping her soul apart a little bit more.
Yeah, wasn't good.
It was great. It was fun.
On the plus side, Sol wasn't that big to start with.
Also, it should be noticed that the new person who was just running past decided to help us out, so that was nice.
But we're
So
grateful.
Yes.
We gained a person who has a staff. She hit the tree. It was legit.
Gain
Yep.
some staff.
10 out of 10. Would highly recommend.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess we're currently we have what's left of a tree in a rather a
Unhappy
PC in a very
fighter.
bad place, and probably Minion
Titan.
is probably going to get a pay upgrade because he's going to be a blind guard for a while.
And something that we learned is that we should definitely carry wax in case we come up against enemies that make horrific screaming sounds at us.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent idea.
Cool. That's a good.
Only if you're weak-willed.
That's a good recap. I've given you some.
That doesn't sound very much like what happened. I remember we were doing some scouting in the Vale, and then we suddenly got attacked by this huge giant, which killed 3 of my party members. I ran away, and then it started following me. And luckily, just before it got up with me, I came upon this big tree full of these weird creatures that were being attacked by a party. And I ran towards the party, told them to run, kept running, but the idiots kept attacking the tree. But thankfully, the weird things in the tree started attacking the the Titan, which made it easy to defeat the Titan. Otherwise, we all would have been squished. That's how I remember it.
Yep, that's how we roll.
They were attacking the tree because they needed some firewood so they could toast their marshmallows.
That's right. Don't you forget it. Don't you steal our marshmallows. Look what happened to the last mob that tried to.
Well,
Yeah,
that's a
heads
good
on
recap
fire.
for both of you. So I've given you both some bonus XP. So that'll be taken into consideration. Thank you. Good job. All right. So where we left it, absolutely, the tree has been broken. The Slewer have been vanquished. The Titan lays dead.
Yay.
And Hypatia
Hypatia.
is on the ground, not looking so good. Half her face is kind of melted. There's blood everywhere. And some
I'm
of
going
you...
to use my medical expertise to work out what's going on.
All right. You have a look at her.
Blood outside body bad.
That's, for someone who doesn't have medical training, I think Lenza has hit the nail on the head.
Yep.
Blood should be in body, not out. But
Or maybe we should push it back in with this spoon. Or with these chopsticks.
divine benevolence, which is rare to get, might be better. Either that or bandages and rest, but there does seem to be some form of internal bleeding as well, since the blood is coming from the nose, the mouth, and the ears, and the eyes also. The face has been horribly scarred as well. Currently, by the way, Hypatia, your charisma has dropped by 4 points also.
Ow.
Attempt some healing goodness.
Got
Okay.
beat the ugly stick.
Was that okay?
Yeah, go for healing goodness. Go for it. Are you using spells for healing goodness, or are you just using bandages and gentle caressing?
No, I'm using spells. 1d6 says spells.
All right, 1d6 plus 1 for a cure light. Go for it.
I just did.
Did you?
Did it not come up?
No, it did, but I
Oh,
just didn't
that's
have
right.
the chat log open.
Yep.
Cool. All right.
Does that help? Is he still looking bad? Or is she still looking bad? Or
Yeah, still looks bad, but some of the blood stops.
how about that?
Nice. Well, you have double my hit points. Probably still looking like I've had a rather unpleasant day at the pub, but yeah.
Well, then I'll give you a shower.
Before you give her a shower,
Okay.
which I really hate to think what that might entail.
I said a shower, not a golden shower.
column A, column B. It's a bit odd. You notice that the ground is where the tree was. The stump of the tree remains, but the whole ground is all like slowly starting to mist up. And
Move away from the mist, folks.
Well, we got to search for this
Where's
heart.
this key?
We need to do that now.
Yeah, okay.
Gonna start searching around this stump.
okay,
Quick,
I'll be
tell
over
me the
here.
code to guide
in
you to.
pain.
I'll drag Minerva away from it because I don't think someone who's injured should be in there.
You mean Hypatia, right?
Oh, sorry, Hypatia.
I mean, I'm injured too, but.
Well, I can't.
and you're going to be
I
I
more
can't see the health bars.
and you'll be more injured if you don't go with him quietly.
Oh, very well. We all run away.
All right, let me chuck this in your journal.
I'm out of healing spells, by the way, so just keep that in mind until we sleep.
hmm I support using it on Hypatia. It sounds like a good use of them, I'm going to be honest.
Well,
As you are, sorry, go for it, Al.
in strictly hit point terms, I'm probably about half, roughly, maybe a bit below half. So if anyone else is damaged per se, yeah, I'm good enough to be led.
Okay, so rising from the mist slowly but surely. At first, it just seems to be nothing but a blanket mist that seems to be enveloping this area. And mists in and around the hills in the valley are not altogether uncommon. In fact, it is a pretty misty place. But at first you thought this was a regular mist until slowly it began to coalesce into a vaguely humanoid form. Within moments after seeing that and recognizing what was happening, the form takes even more definitive shape, and you can see what appears to be a female of indiscriminate race. You can't tell whether or not it is elven or human or mixed. It's definitely not a degenerate, not a dwarf. Looks to have fairly delicate features, but is too tall for a true elf. But seems to be made almost entirely of mist. A nimbus of radiant light seems to illuminate them, but they are, fairly downcast in their visage, and they seem to have eyes only for Hypatia.
What's going on?
You can see the image, can you?
Oh, I can see the image, character-wise.
No,
You're
but I
blind.
mean, you all saw the image.
Yes,
so it
I
goes like,
can.
cool.
Yeah.
Are you the heart?
There is no word spoken from her. She just has eyes for Hypatia.
Hey, she's gonna replace your eyes with her eyes. She's got spare eyes. You can take those. Go on, Hypatia. I know you need them.
What's going on?
I don't know. Either we should run away or
Your bedside manner is terrible.
hand over Hypatia.
After a few more moments, a faint, haunting, echoey voice will seem to emanate, though you see no lips move on the woman. I am Emilia, Eidolon of the Ukol. You may ask of me one thing, for you have set me free.
Do we know what the Ukol are?
Nope.
This is assuming you're not asking this
No.
out loud. Yeah. It's important to clarify.
I am. Bye.
That would be a weird thing to ask out loud. Do we know what the Ukol are?
Yes.
Worst wish ever.
Yeah, no, I am asking.
I guess we should
DM,
ask about the
do
heart.
you know what the Ukol are? Like, was that the old Elven Empire that used to exist?
No. You all know the name, or those of you with elven blood definitely know
Mhm.
the name of the old elven empire. It was Parabotarth.
Yeah, good. Okay, well, but it could have been full of Ukols for some reason. I don't know. But sure. Okay.
So we should definitely ask about what we've been sent here to find. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Ask about the heart.
Sure.
Well, should we be asking about the method of entry into the tower? Because it may not be an item; it might be knowledge that's required.
I suggest we phrase it something like this.
Can we just state this is not a question for her? Like,
That's
we don't
fine.
want to.
I think you.
Okay, in all situations, how harsh you're going to be, Grail?
It depends. It depends. But, you know, you guys can get together and chat among yourself if you so deem, as long as you don't
We're
direct
in a
anything
corner.
towards her.
Yes, this will not be directed towards her.
That
I'll
said,
say,
she can probably hear what you're saying, but I'll
Yeah.
assume that this is not going to be a question that you directly ask her until you say you are directly asking her.
Yeah, I think
But she
cool.
can hear, and so, you know, can react.
Yes, I'll just we simply ask. You know, we have been sent to retrieve you're trying to get into. Is it the tower at the Sword of Scar or just the Sword of Scar itself?
No, there
It's
was a
the
tower.
inverted tower is what we
Yes.
need. We're
Yes.
looking for access for the inverted tower. So we were
We were-
told
we-
the heart of the tree was the way in. But if she is the heart of the tree, it might just be something she tells us. Like,
Yes. So,
you know,
so
you have to
possibly.
stand on your head and blink 3 times to get in, or something like that.
Cool. So that means we should ask. We are seeking entrance into the inverted tower in the Slaughter Scar. We were told that the heart of this tree that we just destroyed would give us, or would show us, or no, what's a good word there? Would
Grant us access.
grant us access. Do you know, or can you provide us a way to access it? Does that sound good enough?
So, just so you recall, because it wasn't that long ago for your characters, though it was probably close to a month, I guess, maybe for you as players. Essendria the Broken, the Sibyl, mentioned that the heart of the tree was not to gain access to the tower, it was to gain safe passage past the Guardian.
Cool. And we'll definitely mention that instead, because we definitely misremembered that. Good work.
Okay. Past the Guardian. So we could ask, how do we get past the Guardian?
I guess, but with
Then
more
she could
specifics.
Then she could say, well, you need the heart of the tree to do that.
Thank you, come again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you really the head of the Quickie Mart?
Yeah. So I think the important thing is to get as much detail into the question as possible. So saying basically, we basically keep saying we seek a way to get to the inverted tower and the Sword of Scar. We were told that the heart of this tree could provide a safe passage past the Guardians. Do you know, or can you show, or can you tell/show us what the way to get?
Leaving a lot of loopholes there, because yes, she can show us. That's the answer to your question.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I guess.
She doesn't actually have to do it.
If you were us, what exactly would you do in a step-by-step format of how you pass the Guardian?
Please provide a flowchart.
Yeah, exactly. Please provide the 10 steps necessary. Up to 10 steps. Actually, up to 100 steps necessary. Yeah.
Her eyes have not left.
We did help her,
Hypatia.
so I feel like she's probably not going to screw us.
Well, I can only assume you dragged me into this huddle, and I'm sort of trying to listen in between in between my ears bleeding.
Well, I'm assuming your ears aren't bleeding anymore from the healing spell, but
No,
I could be wrong.
No, the bleeding has mostly stopped.
Right.
Yeah.
The charisma is still reduced.
Alternatively, we could ask what the fuck happened to Hypatia.
Well, yeah, we could ask, is Hypatia still blind?
How
She
do
was
we
never
find
blind per se. She was just like, completely messed up.
Oh, okay.
Having blood pouring out of your eyes tends to
You're right.
Reduce visibility, I
It
get
does.
it.
yeah. Seeing is not the.
Yep.
So can you
correct? We shouldn't ask about the heart at all. We should ask how to fix Hypatia. that's a much more important question.
So let me put it this way: the blood coming out and all that was more of a descriptive thing. She was badly injured. The charisma knock is basically the ramifications of her injuries, other than hit point loss.
Okay. Cool.
So hit point loss is now under stabilized, and the scars are permanent
Well, the scars are still there for now.
until Sean gets to like a high enough level he can get rid of them.
Yeah, I think it's much more important to try and find about the
Yeah.
What we came here for.
came here for.
I
Yeah, 'cause
agree.
otherwise it's kind of like a waste. It's like, oh yes, cool, you got injured and we did all this stuff, but who cares?
Yeah, I concur. We can
waste.
find someone in town to fix me up.
Well,
Hypatia's more important to me than the heart of some tree. But sure.
When we sell the heart of the tree, how much money can we use to fix your face?
But we don't know if it can fix their face. But okay,
yeah. So I think
It
going,
might hit by itself. Who knows?
yeah.
it might.
So I think we should still go down the whole, give as much detail as possible, so there's no way to like say, because like if we say everything we know, they can't reasonably answer with something
Flippant.
that we've already said, because that's not answering the question. If you get what I mean. So if we say all the things that I've said, you know, they can't say, okay, well, there's less ways to twist it. I don't know whether she will, but the fact that she granted us one question seems like it's going to be some pretty.
She's not a genie.
I mean, if
I don't.
if
Do you know what she is?
Don't know that she's mentioned.
What's a genie?
That's not a question. We didn't say that.
Unlearn what you have learned.
Existential. Ask about the meaning of life.
She's told you what she is. She is the Eidolon of the Ukol.
Tree for a long time. We could just keep it really simple.
How can we gain the heart to get past the guardian of the inverted tower?
Why don't we just ask, how do we get past it? Or what is the means? How do we gain the means to?
You hear a faint, almost imperceptible, high-pitched laugh. Not a condescending laugh, but more like a bit of a giggle. And
I like to play with the minds of mortals.
You hear the voice once more. I hear what you are saying, and what you are thinking of asking me. I do not know of any tower. I will give you that.
Okay.
Maybe
we should.
Hypatia de Lorgan, it was you who freed me. You may ask of me one thing.
It's not a question. It's ask me of one thing. You can ask for a boon of some sort. It doesn't have to be an answer.
You should ask to be cured of your horrible illness that you suffered as a child. Because that sucks.
Oh,
And I feel bad for you every day that I have to listen to you coughing.
that's kind of awesome. I do like this idea.
Yeah, that's right. Ask for something for yourself. Give in to your selfishness.
That is kind of awesome, and I wasn't expecting you to do something like that. Whether or not it works, but it's pretty
You
cool.
definitely do. Well, that's my vote, is that you ask to be cured of your illness that you suffered as a child.
And you get to re-roll your constitution and you roll 3 ones.
Because you got a worse illness.
It was
Still worth
keeping
it.
it was keeping the other illnesses at bay.
What do you guys think that Hypatia should ask for?
It's fair enough. It's probably more beneficial to us.
Okay, considering we are seeking safe passage past the Guardian, we don't know anything about this Guardian, so we could say something something depressing general like, "Can you aid us in in an hour of need when we call upon you.
That's true, but she may have nothing to do with the heart, right? So we might find the heart after this is done.
We can still
And we
call
can-
on it at some point in the future.
That's true.
We're not specifying when we want to call upon her, but
Yeah.
she may not be in position to grant that either. I mean, we can only ask.
Asking for her aid at a later date does sound pretty cool.
Okay, let me quickly come up with something.
Since you saved her, do you get half her kingdom and her daughter's hand in marriage? What's that?
I could take that.
So,
Aw, just ask to be cured of your illness. It'd be cool.
That worked.
I mean, no offense, but if I had broken down the tree and not died, which is highly unlikely, I would have asked for my memories back. Screw you all. So,
I thought you would have been asked to get rid of the book.
no, I want those memories back. Ooh, the book though. Oh, it's tough. Yeah, okay, I don't know. Maybe.
I can.
What would Sean have wished for, eh?
Come on, Al. Think for yourself.
Ask for another level.
Actually, I think I'd rather have a con.
Yeah, exactly.
For your cleric.
Your horrible illness.
Hey,
I'd
think
love
of
to be a cleric.
your con is only so much. Your cleric is more health than you'll ever get from con.
It's the con that keeps on conning.
Health over time.
Like he's trying to con right now.
Yeah.
That gives some. Okay, sorry. Just for the purpose of the recording, I'm putting together a nice little piece of box text.
We should all discuss the things that we would have asked for. Come on, Lenza. What would Lenza have asked for?
All the money. To be free of you weirdos.
Jaquan would have obviously asked for a hip flask that never ran out.
No, we all know he would have asked for Nodgrim to come back so he could have continued making small jokes.
Or turned the rest of us into dwarves. Can you
I
turn
don't-
everybody else into a dwarf?
No, you're all wrong. He's responded himself.
I mean, actually asking for Nodgrim back would be also an awesome request. Very cool.
Crap. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm gonna post in chat, but also save for the purpose of the recordings. So I'm glad we were able to free you, Emil. I would ask that you would aid us at some point in the future in a time of our great need, if you were able. If that is beyond you, I'd otherwise request that I be healed of this wasting disease that I suffered from as a child. And I cough theatrically.
Black lung.
Your request?
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Please go.
Did we lose someone? Did we gain someone?
No, it's just me. Stepped out for a second by accident.
Your request is accepted. Farewell, until future time calls, Hypatia de Lorgan. And then the mist will slowly dissipate.
Cool. Good job.
Nice.
This is awesome
Yeah,
until Hypatia gets dominated and then betrays us all.
and says, Emilia, Eidolon of the Ukol, I choose you.
And if you excuse me for a second. Well,
All
a
right.
second, I mean maybe a few minutes.
That's fine. The mist slowly dissipates until only a very faint mist still lingers around. Basically what you had before you turned up here. The ground still is covered with detritus and debris from the ruined tree. The stump sits sticking out of the ground, slowly smoking. It still gives you an uneasy feel.
Fun. But so,
Are there
is
like
there
shards
anything? Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you go. Sorry.
I was gonna say, is there anything left around the tree trunk, or is it just pretty much bare now?
The ground is covered with crap, bits and pieces of wood, splintered, shattered. The tree trunk itself stands probably about 2 to 3 feet from the ground. It's still fairly sizable, but it's almost like it exploded from the inside out. But it is still a fairly substantial lump of wood. The ground itself, still firm underfoot, etc. What is it exactly that what kind of information is it you're after? Sorry, if I'm not giving you what you want to know.
No, it's fine. I'll just because again, we were still sent here to find the heart. I'm fairly certain that was probably referring to the lady we just spoke to, or whoever we just spoke to. But maybe there's still something physical here. But if it's just literally just a trunk, then it's just a trunk.
The tree stump or the trunk was, it was large. It had a very vast diameter, so there is still a sizable physical presence jutting out of the ground.
If everyone's healed up as they can be, I shall go and inspect the stump.
Oh, do you have more healing?
No. But, I've got bandages and stuff. I'm sure I can
Getting your hopes up.
rig something. We have to rest for me to have more healing.
Well, do we want to rest and then check over this ground? Because we got to decapitate the Titan, and maybe we could gather up some of
Yeah, we're probably going to be here a while, and it doesn't seem like there's anything too hostile right now. And we probably do want to. Do you want to go back for your friends, Sebeth? So how do you pronounce it?
The name is Siobhan.
Siobhan. And do we want to go back for your friend Siobhan? I shoot you said they were dead, but is there anything valuable or just
we can go back for their bodies if you wish. That would be.
What I'm asking, is there anything you like? Do you want to recover their bodies to bury them? Do you want to recover their stuff because it's valuable? Do you want to this is all you You were the one traveling with them. You know much more about the situation than we do.
There are items in either here or there, but I'm sure that my employer would be willing to bury their bodies.
They won't.
As a sign of respect for them. Yes.
Well, we can gut the Titan and see if they're inside, if that's what you're saying.
Oh, I don't think he would not have had time to have eaten them. As soon as he was finished with them, he took off after me.
Okay.
He was planning for returning later for snacks, eh?
No wonder he's so hungry with those undead mist bird things.
Alright.
So we're going to stay the night here? There's nothing here that looks particularly ominous other than the giant Titan?
Well, that, will probably attract some form of carrion eaters, bugs at the very least. It will start to, there's blood everywhere. And the
Let's
trunk,
not camp too close to it.
the trunk, as I said before, is still unsettling.
Okay, well let's inspect the area and then head back towards where Siobhan's friends
possibly. I
were.
was going to say possibly camping
Somewhere in between.
Someone that isn't here is probably not a bad idea.
But we want to check this place before we go so we don't have to come back.
Yeah, exactly. And probably cut off the Titan's head because that's probably important. We should bring up the donkeys.
How big was the Titan?
Sizable, stood about 15 feet tall.
Who wants to be carrying a giant head around?
The donkeys.
I can pretty confidently say they don't. They're herbivores. They probably find this whole place very disturbing.
Yeah, but the good thing is they're effectively
Donkey.
slaves.
Yeah. So this is fine.
Okay.
Look, it's just okay. So how roughly how big is the head of the Titan?
Big. First of all, severing it from the body will be a monumentally messy process. But you know, you guys have done worse, especially well,
I have not.
Mark's no longer here with us, but he did back in the day. And some of you witnessed that. Whiskey Pete certainly witnessed it, and you know he's never been the same since. He changed. He changed to Rum Pete after that.
Wing store.
Vodka Pete. Triple tequila Pete. So yes, removing it because you have no tools with which to remove the head cleanly. So that's going to be a messy process. And then
I want to know what tools you need to do it cleanly.
You know, something bigger than the weapons of war you have, which you know will hack very well and will eventually remove the head, but not by a clean, neat cut. So something very large and sizable.
You're saying a bone saw would be like a clean way of doing it?
It would be cleaner than hacking at it with a weapon.
I know, I'm just stating that still seems like there's no clean way of doing it.
Okay, let's say a cleaner way then.
Relatively clean way.
So yes, but removing the head will be a messy process, but not completely impossible. In fact, you've removed heads from creatures not quite as big as this before. Then you'll have to carry it around. So you can do it. It's easy enough. You just got to have the will and the fortitude to do it.
Nah, I'm going to go and check out the tree stump.
Okay, it's about 2 to 3 feet from the ground. Let's say an even 3. It's blackened. It was already fairly dark beforehand, but now it is blackened, especially around the bits which seem to be shattered and busted and burst and splintered. There is a good deal of smoke still seeming to come from the damaged fibrous material of the trunk. Wispy kind of smoke that has a very acrid type smell.
If I poke it with something, is there anything hidden within it, or is it just a tree stump?
Is that if I poke it with something mean you are poking it with something, and if you are poking it with something, is that your face or something else?
I'm gonna say probably my rapier.
Okay, so the rapier doesn't have enough mass to really prod hard. It's like you're prodding into a chunk of wood with a rapier. It's not a hollow, marshmallow-filled, gooey.
Anyone have an axe?
Jaquan has a hand axe. I have a warhammer. That's got some heft to it.
Want to try and tap the tree trunk with a warhammer?
Warhammer also has a pick head, so
Yeah, sure. I'll try to actually I'll check it out just to see. Does it look like this wood? Like if I pick up a bit of just the shattered trunk, just like one of the pieces lying around, and give it a bit of a flex, does it seem like it'd be any good to make a bow out of?
No.
It would be any good to make quarterstaff out of?
There aren't pieces big enough.
Not even the stump? It's
There's-
too small. Oh, it's
the-
only
as-
3 feet, didn't you
3
say?
feet high, yes.
There's
It's probably
no, like, branches that survived.
most of it seemed to have been, completely explodinated.
Bummer.
Especially if
What
you
if-
liked trees.
What about arrows? Can we make arrows from the splinters?
Not really.
How about toothpicks?
Possibly.
Crossbow bolts are a lot shorter than arrows. 'cause
They are
they're-
shorter and heavier and fatter. Look, you could probably do that, but to make arrows or bolts, you need to have fairly straight pieces of wood to start with. These are all kind of jagged and torn and broken. You could probably scrounge around here for a while, but you do not seem to find any indication that the wood of this tree would be any better than other ones. In fact, it's probably no better. It's probably worse off because the tree looks like it was dead before. So it has very little flex. It's more stiff, and it's not going to make decent missiles. It's not going to make decent stuff. It's old, dead, dense, and now
Stiff
blasted
wood.
wood. You
Cool.
you have holding stiff wood in your hand. Yes. There you
Yeah.
go.
I don't think we should try and make anything out of this, but
No, I'm just checking it because we were told that that this would help us past the Guardian.
yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe making something of it, but
I mean, the
I
one
think
thing
it's
that I
more.
could do is I could gather up a whole set of the wood that's in one piece, and then I could mend it back together.
That might work.
But
It's just
if
like
there's
it's
nothing
got more to
special
do with.
about this wood, then there's not a whole lot of point in doing that. But I just think
Do any of
this
you have any kind of
last-
arborist type backgrounds? I don't
Nope.
think you do.
No, I mean, oh no, I know my background now.
You do know
No.
your background now.
that's
And
impressive.
And it's pretty far removed from being an arborist.
It sure is.
What's your background?
Unless I was part of like a Turkey type.
Maybe.
Because the Turks, I would actually be a gardener. I'm a courtier.
Oh, lovely, cool. Well, I mean, I have the ever helpful what's the name background?
Forester,
Hunting.
hunter.
Huntsman, which is, but unfortunately, that is not bullshitty enough to cover how trees work. It's more surviving around trees.
How to hide behind them
Yeah, exactly.
and shoot stuff.
You might know a little bit about trees still, more than city folk.
Not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
Very well. Cool. I mean, yeah, I like just carrying things around. That's the only thing, is that I'm tempted.
You're a hoarder.
I am a bit of a hoarder. You know what? I want to make a quarterstaff out of this for the new person because I thought they were pretty cool and their entrance was badass. So I'm going to try to collect a branch worth of pieces together, like lay them all together.
We will say that scrounging around for some time, you find a sizable piece, which is maybe, we'll say, 6 feet long and as thick as your wrist, which would make a decent staff.
Okay.
But you need to work it a little bit because it's a little bit knobbly, a little bit smashed here and there, bits shattered. Yeah, you can work on it for a little bit.
Mending to fix it up.
Yep. We'll
Work
say you
that
spend. We'll say you spend
Hard
maybe.
knobby wood.
We'll say you spend maybe an hour or so going through all the wreckage of it to find that, and then you're suitably impressed that it survived in such a state as it did.
Yes.
So how long did he spend kneading his hard knobby wood?
It's okay. Normally I just rub my crystal staff, rod. So this is probably a lot better, quite frankly.
So
I regret going inspecting that tree now, Julian. Why did we just not chop the head off that thing and leave?
Good question. I still want to do that. But Jaquan, go chop the head off that thing. You know you want to. Yeah, money.
Are we still talking about the knobby hardwood?
No, we're not.
I'm wondering how much we even get for the Titan. I mean, it's a miscellaneous monster.
no, it's a giant. Excuse me.
So, from my notes, we get 50 gold for a giant.
That's
Correct, you do.
Well, it's
At
better than
least,
nothing, I guess.
at least that was the last time anyone ever checked.
So this thing's a giant. So does that mean you get like 100?
No, giant is like the name of the species. Titan is the name of the race.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe there's a bounty out on this guy. We don't know.
I mean, regardless, like 50 gold is a lot. Like
Yeah.
even to the stuff we have, it's still a lot of money.
You could get
50
that 50
gold.
gold. You get that 50 gold, take it to the Sly Wing, put it down in the bar, and drink yourselves into a stupor, all of you, and
That would
still
be
have
good
stuff
stuff.
left over.
We
Oh,
could
yeah.
drink it. We could drink so much Hypatia will become pretty again.
Yeah, we need
Wow.
repair bills for Hypatia's face.
What's that song? Am I not pretty enough?
Hmm.
Have another drink.
All right.
Uh,
Okay. I guess if none of you are going to cut this head off, I better do it.
I'll lend a hand.
well,
And
to be
well,
fair, you do.
Definitely,
You
yes,
are
please.
better off doing so.
I'll definitely need someone to help because this is way too big to do it with one person.
And you have a
You
long
know,
knife,
when-
don't you?
I think
When we get back to town, can I put like large tree saw on my list of items to get?
Good
You can
call.
put it on your list of items to get before you get back to town. You just can't buy it till you
point.
get back to town.
Let's there's
Yeah.
that shopping list.
Yep, you have the shopping list.
okay, but if we're carrying around the large tree saw, we're gonna need a wagon.
The donkey will carry it.
Just get a lumberjack on retainer.
Isn't that what Hypatia's retainer already is? Just set him to hack the thing's head off.
Actually, that's a good point. Does he have a background?
No, not really. His background was boom.
City scum.
Yep.
I'm a lumberjack,
background
that's
photo.
okay.
Isn't
work.
isn't Aaron? Doesn't Aaron have an intelligence of 3?
Yeah.
He doesn't really
Yeah.
deserve a background with an intelligence of 3. An
Yeah.
intelligence of 3 and a wisdom of 7.
His background is Perdor. Okay, well, let's face it.
I understand why he joined you now.
Sucker.
You know, with an intelligence of 3, he can barely communicate.
Yeah.
Cut off the thing's head, would you?
In fact, if you have a look at intelligence 3, unable to read or write, broken speech only.
Good times.
Yep. Aaron ain't good.
All right.
He's got a good brain.
And I guess tonight I'm going to learn Magic Missile.
Oakley dokley. So,
Let me just make that saving throw.
So I'm going to use my create water spell to create a large reservoir of water for us all to wash up in,
Sounds good.
since we're going to be making a very large mess.
Yep, sounds like a great plan. Thank you.
you hear
So-
you hear a bit of a chuckle maneuver.
This book is just bad news.
He's your friend.
Okay.
You can be two things.
Exactly.
And that I still have a hand axe, so I'll pull that and give Lancer a hand to dip ahead in it.
Alright, you guys can retrieve the head from the giant. Huzzah! Brutality.
Yep,
Yay.
excellent.
I
I-
asked the NPCs to turn away. That way they can only they just need to hear the squelching sounds.
Don't worry, fellas. Your bounty's not 50 gold, so you're safe.
You're far more useful to us alive.
Are they though?
Yeah, still. Also, we don't know anyone who can. Don't know anyone who can raise dead.
Yet.
That you know of.
True. Are you holding out on us, Sean?
No.
Okay.
That was very unconvincing. Wonderful.
He's holding out on you about something else. He can't raise dead though. It's like Aaron's never going to forgive Craig for holding out in the poison.
Caradwin. I won't forgive Caradwin. Craig's fine.
Okay.
But Caradwin, on the other hand, if we do ever find Caradwin who was not at all the doppelganger, I'll still blame Caradwin.
No.
Fair.
Okay, so is your plan then, after decapitating the giant, to rest up
Yes.
near
Downwind
his
of the smell.
headless body?
Away from the blood pool.
We'll probably head towards wherever
other dead
our new
people
ex-friends are
to the north.
or were. Yeah, to the north.
Okay. Are you trying
Sleeping
to
in the wet
find?
patch.
Are you trying to find their remains?
Yeah.
I guess
Yes.
yeah, that'll probably be the first step. Yeah,
Sure. Okay. You
They
can
might
I
spend
will
still be
happily
alive.
try and track. Yeah,
you can spend a little bit of time. It's not too hard. The giant wasn't particularly subtle in his smashing through whatever was in his way, chasing Siobhan, and you can find what remains of the Siobhan's fallen comrades. And when I say what remains, it's just blood splats, and a broken sword or a dropped bow or something like that. You find no bodies.
I guess he was hungry.
Um,
You know what? We can find their loot, but I'm not sure I really want to do that.
nah. That acid's probably pretty strong anyway.
Yeah.
Oh well. Burial at sea.
Mm-hmm.
And you can,
Guess
if
we
you wish, rest.
yep. I think
Yeah,
that's a good idea. Let's
definitely.
have a camp for the night. Go from there.
Okay, so I have the current watch that stands as first watch is Minerva plus Theta, second watch is Hypatia plus Jaquan, third watch is Lenza plus Sean.
Yep.
But we've got an extra person now.
Feel free to edit that party watch handout if you so choose to modify.
Ooh, party watch. Nice.
Do you want to change it at all, or just
You have Siobhan now.
yeah?
I'm gonna put Kukulane on it.
Siobhan, what is your expertise since we've just met you?
Running from Titans.
Other than running, which you did well to get ahead of that Titan for as long as you did, they move pretty quick.
Actually, Kukulane can just.
Pro
rest
tip,
anyway.
she just ran faster than her allies.
Yes.
Because she actually broke their legs first.
Fair enough. That works.
I am primarily a melee based member of my party, although I do have some other skills in terms of some sneaking around to try to spy on enemies. That's what I primarily do for my employer.
You have an
Okay.
employer. Who do you
Well,
work for? Or
I
are they a bloodstain back there?
I work for
Can you remember?
his name is Dirk.
the
Dirk.
Lord Castellan, I think it is.
You're telling the story. You can say whoever you want.
Where is it? Yes. Lord Castellan. I work for Lord Castellan of Summerton.
Really? Well, maybe we can pull a few favors and ask him who can fix my bloody face then.
Your face is fine.
Possibly. If yes, you did come to my aid, so I'm sure I can attempt to have something done about your face.
I mean, we are somewhat in some ways we are someone in the employ of Lord Castellan as well. So you know. No.
More, I guess, more importantly, what were you doing out here in the middle of nowhere? You know, we came for this tree.
We were just doing some scouting of the area for the Lord.
Can I do some sort of sense motive here?
I don't know. Can you, man?
That is your brain. What do you think? You've well
Well-
played with Craig long enough. Do you reckon he's bluffing?
I think he's just thinking about a hot version of the. Damn it.
Character.
The Blessed of the Eight. That's what I think's going through Craig's mind. Like, just throwing it out there.
So did you guys update the handout for Party Watch?
Well, that's really up to Shaban.
I guess we could make it a 4. We can make it a 4.
I just thought you were going to put Kukulane on there as well.
Yeah, that was
Oh.
like, we could just make it a 4
Yeah,
a 4 night thing, or not a night. The first night on there is really misleading. We should probably say. But yeah, just make it a 4 night one, so we just have to spend less time at each spot or at each thing. So we make a 4th watch with
Fourth watch.
Let me just edit that now.
Oh, okay.
I'm quite happy to take watch at any time. I'm versatile in what I do.
Yeah,
Who
flexible,
gonna
are you?
put on Fourth watch then.
Yep.
Oh, well, you should move Sean and Lenza down to 4th watch and have the 3rd watch as the new watch that's added.
Yep.
Split up Hypatia and Jaquan and put a minion with each of them. I guess.
You're splitting up Hypatia and Jaquan. That's the power couple.
So who's on
That's
who's
a,
on
that's a
watch for Saban?
having Hypatia and Jaquan on is having a 36 strength.
Probably currently, let's put Jaquan, because Hypatia seems to be in no state to. Hypatia should probably just sleep the entire night.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah, okay.
We can just stay with 3 watches and just have an extra person, or not put Saban on it.
Put
Tonight.
Shaban on with Jaquan because Hypatia's gonna sleep. That
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
what I'm saying is for tonight we can do that, but in future, if we can let's put Hypatia with
Aaron.
where's SIO? And then who was the other one we're adding to the watch?
Kukulane and Aaron.
Oh right, so we wanted to add those as separate people, did we? Cool. So who's his Hypatia? Who's Hypatia's
Hypatia's is Aaron.
ERAN?
ERRAN.
IN. There we go. And Jaquan is with who?
Okay, just save it so we can have a look at it.
Cool. There we go. Save changes.
Okay, let's have a look at it. Sure. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. I assume there's meant to be Kukulane with Shinabar. Jaquan.
Yes. How do you spell that? Or someone else can put that in who actually knows how to spell
Kukulane
it.
is I'll put it in.
Is Shinabar supposed to be Siobhan? It's a
Yeah,
real world.
help name.
It's a real world name for your information, guys.
Yeah, I know. I know two. I can think of at least 2 permutations of that name. Or 3 now.
Right.
Cool.
So Minerva plus Theta. Second watch is Siobhan plus Jaquan plus Kukulane. Oh, you need to get the third one that would rhyme. Siobhan, Jaquan. And you could pronounce Aaron's name as Aran. There you go.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
He wouldn't know the difference. Hypatia plus Aaron and Lenza plus Sean. Okay. If that is
But,
your...
hey, you could never pronounce anal a different way, could you?
Oh, God. I will never forget that. Did I tell you guys, all you guys about that?
About what?
Back in 2nd edition, we were playing, and one of our players got hold of the Psyonix Splat book, Psyonix handbook, and rolled up a half-elf psionics system. and we were fighting against some half-orc raiders at Ruined Tower, and he kept trying to levitate, and he kept failing because psionics in 2nd edition were like non-weapon proficiency, and he kept screwing up his rolls. And he stayed there and just got hacked to pieces by these half-orc raiders with scimitars. And this was the first session that he played this character, and he was distraught because he was so keen to play this. And his character's name was Lana, Lana. So the DM said, "Oh, look, just make up another character." And Peter just said, "Oh, can I just play the same character and make it her sister?" And Rodney was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever, that's fine." And you said, "What's her name?" He goes, "Oh, it'll be her twin sister." "Yeah, but what's her name?" Anal. How do you spell that? "Oh, it's just Lana backwards, Anal." And Roddy just looked at him, and then everyone just stopped and looked at Peter, and Roddy was like, "That's anal." And then he went off to try and change the name. He's like, oh my god! But that character was forever known thereafter as Anal the prostitute.
Oh no.
Came by the name, honestly.
Yeah. Anyway, that being said, that's fine. Let's have a look at some watches. Oakley dokily.
Yeah, I think that's good now.
Jeez,
Cool.
Julian's about to
We
open up
have made sure the wizard, the spell people are actually get enough sleep, right? Yes, we got Minerva and Sean. Yep, cool. Okay, we're all good then.
Cool. What were you saying, sorry, Craig?
I was just being silly. I was just said Julian's about to open up his trench coat. He's about to have a look at some watches.
Very nice, very nice. Buy for your wife. Genuine imitation Rolex. Alright. The watches pass without event.
Woohoo!
At least you think they pass without event. Well, the first watch passes without event. The second watch passes without event. But as the second watch is getting ready to go bunk down and wake the third watch, Sivan and Kukulane. So
It would be because tonight we're letting Hypatia rest all the way through. We'd still use the old one, so technically Hypatia will just be replaced by Shaban. So it would be Shaban and Jaquan.
okay, Sivan, as you're about to go and wake up the next watch, whoever that was, because it's all been...
Lenza and the fourth watch, which is now the third watch, Lenza and Sean.
Okay, no worries. You realise that even though you haven't known these people for very long, less than a day, and even though, you came to know them in the midst of a quite trying and critical and stressful time, that the person who you are currently on watch with seems to be not the person you began the watch with. There seems to be something completely and utterly untoward going on. In fact, if I bring this up, you realise that as you're about to change watch, that Jaquan looks awfully like this guy.
Oh,
No.
oh, good.
Who is just kind of like, seems to be a little bit on edge. You don't realise when it changed. You don't realise what's happened to Jaquan when he has been abducted, for surely he has. But this figure is, seeming to operate in the same way Jaquan was, and seems to be puttering around the camp, and about to bunk down where Jaquan's bunk was, after waking up the next watch. You haven't yet woken them up. What are you doing?
I'm just going to get who is the other person that was on that's next on watch?
The next people were on watch was Lenza
Lenza and Sean.
and Sean.
And who's he going towards to try to wake up?
Let's say Sean.
Sean. Okay, I'm going to go towards Lensa and shake her awake.
Yep.
Cool.
And
I assume I wake up and yeah, like
Yeah, you don't know whether. I mean,
and I'm going to like put my finger over my mouth, like shh,
yep, cool. I get that. I won't speak.
and then point towards where this guy's standing over Sean.
This guy does not have a dagger in his hand, by the way.
Oh, good. That was freaking me out a little bit.
Yes, no, he does not have a weapon drawn, though does seem to have a dagger at his hip in his sheath. But
Cool.
doesn't
What do
seem-
I see when I look over?
You see the figure. Brown robes, bald head, kind of hollow sunken eyes, but seems to be a little bit jittery. You have seen him or ones like him before, and seems to be portraying similar kind of personality disorders. A little bit on edge, highly strung, but otherwise seems to be operating as though he were a member of your party and is either about to wake Sean for the watch or get into the bunk with him.
So I'm going to like.
Cool. I will nod and get up, trying to be as untoward as usual. I will gesture towards Hypatia, and in what seems like a get up gesture, and hopefully that will be as intended or understood as intended.
Alright, so he's about to wake Sean now, or at least he's about to interact with Sean. You have
Yes.
like 5.
I'll grab the dagger that I probably always have under my pillow, and then I slowly approach with it behind my back.
2,
And I'll head
1.
towards.
You're approaching.
I'll let it happen. I'm not going to try and stop.
Okay, Sean, you're being woken up for your watch, but it's not Siobhan or Jaquan. You see a kind of creepy-looking, bald-headed visage in your face, and you hear the words, "Your watch, your watch."
What happened to Kruber?
What's up? Your watch, your watch.
Awesome.
At this point, I would like to attempt to grab it around the neck with the knife at the throat, if
Sure.
possible.
Sure, make an attack roll for me. You have +4 for a backstab.
Someone gonna wake me up. just ask. Out of character.
I mean, you kind of need your sleep for magic and stuff, but sure, I guess.
Sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. So you're Hypatia. No, like I told someone to wake you up. Hopefully.
Just make your attack roll. Add 4 because you're attacking from behind.
Yep. Where is my? I got melee weapons. I haven't used that in ages.
This guy has an amazing armor class of 9.
Ooh, them heavy clothing. Them robes.
Alright.
Won't be a +4 though.
That is with my +4. I have -1 usually.
Oh, dang.
Wait, aren't you using a light weapon? So you use Dex?
Can use Dex. Yep,
With my long knife.
Yeah.
A long knife isn't a light weapon.
there it is.
Oh, why do I have -2 here? Oh, never mind. That is incorrect. It is. So it would be +5 instead,
Alright, so that would be a roll of 9. As
which
long
would
as
hit
you're
which would hit 9.
Perfect. Perfect. You grab him, you hold the blade to his throat, or probably, with just making it, stick the blade through his ear. I don't know. What are you intending to do? You describe what it is you're trying to do.
I want to not harm him, but let him know that if he does anything I don't like, this is going through his neck.
Sure.
No sudden moves.
All right.
Yes.
He holds his hands up and shakes his head and kind of you can't quite see because you're behind him, but you would imagine that his face is showing shock and dismay. And he says, "What? What's changed? What's changed?"
I'll say you are not Jaquan. What have you done with him?
Kuba gone. What's changed?
God damn it! I'll turn to Sean because hopefully you're awake again, or at least up now, and say,
Anyone who wants to be awake, I guess, could be awake. It's fine.
yeah,
Just
like
a bit of promotion.
I'll hold him here. Everyone else, let's get people up and try to figure out what the fuck's going on.
While he was going over there, while Lance was going over there, I was going to wake up Aisha up.
Anyone who you wish to be awake can be awake. There is also a bit of commotion going on, so let's just say if someone wants to be awake, if you want to wake someone up, they are free to be involved.
Wait now.
Yes.
Right. What happened to... Okay, I asked the doll who took assuming I overheard the other stuff. I'm gonna ask the doll who took Jaquan.
Gone. Watch change. Kuba gone. I'm here. And he's like,
Who sent you?
no, Kuba gone. I'm here. Payment due.
Payments.
Oh.
Is your master the warlock?
Oh, payment due. I'm here. Kuba gone. What?
Okay, so I don't think we're gonna get much out of him, unfortunately.
I say we tie him up and take him to Lashinara.
He seems to be fairly agitated when he's speaking as well, and he kind of is using his hands to gesture as much as he can with a knife at his throat. Not in an aggressive way, but more in an anxious way.
Okay. Right, doll. We're not going to kill you, but we're still going to tie you up. Don't try and escape.
Cut off his hands. Used those to kill Mark last time.
No. What? No.
Oh, I'm sleeping. I didn't say that. I'm just...
I assume you're awake with all the commotion that's going on.
I assume Enki's awake and guarding me from you people. But it's just this critter on top of Minerva being like...
I help. I'm Kuba now.
How are you, Kruber? Did you substitute? Did you swap Kruber?
No, I couldn't. But yeah, I'm Kuba. Kuba gone. Me. It's what's change.
When did you become Kruber?
What? I'm Kuba.
I know you're Kruber. How long have you been Kruber?
What's change?
So probably since the watch changed, possibly is
Right. So he's been substituted.
like literally just tonight. I turned to Shaban and asked, like, what was Kruber? What did you see? Like this clearly happened. Like
I was on watch, watching one side of the camp. He was on watch, watching the other side of the camp. At watch change, I turn around. This guy was there. Heard nothing, saw nothing. He acted exactly the same, and I have no idea what happened.
All right. Let's
Right.
someone keep holding him, and we'll go
Sean.
look around that side of the camp and see if we can find any
Sean.
signs of anything. Really.
Sean?
Yes. I'm waiting for other people to stop speaking.
Yep. So you speak a language which is called Divine Language Gifted of Gods. When this guy is speaking and not speaking the common trade talk, it sounds like what he is speaking seems to be a debased, corrupted version of that language.
I love it when the bad guys speak corrupted languages.
Well, it doesn't. You don't understand it. But you understand some of the syllables. The phrasing sounds similar. And no one said he's a bad guy. He is a helper. He's here to help. It's in the name.
Who's he helping?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it?
I help you. What's change?
Your sex, maybe.
What? No. 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 What's change?
Ah, God. Why does Jaquan always do this? Just disappear randomly?
Oh no.
Well, he did it this time because, you know, there's another one of him.
Mm-hmm.
More spawn.
That is true.
That's why he's disappeared this time. Well, that's the player, not the character.
Yep. Awesome. Cool. So, what the hell do we do now? At this point, I would have probably like stopped holding him by the throat because it seems like nothing's gonna happen. Well, at least nothing that we can't deal. So
Yeah, I point out to Siobhan and anyone else who wasn't there at the time who hasn't encountered a doll that they're they're not necessarily dangerous.
They killed Mark.
You weren't there.
It's true. I wasn't there. I've just heard stories about it.
Yeah, and we've not.
I also wasn't there for that session. What actually happened?
They
So
cast
basically,
magic missile.
yeah, but that was from. Actually, no, that was an innate. Well,
Nope, that was Dol the Helper who killed Mark.
Yep, he cast magic missile on Mark.
Yep, Mark stepped forward and was pushing the servitor into some lava, and thinking it was a great joke, and was having a bit of a chuckle about it. And in doing so, he risked the wrath and the ire of Dol, and Dol precipitated that with a magic missile, which killed Mark stone dead.
Yeah.
all right, let's tie. Yeah, I say we tie him up. We
And
don't
then-
we look for any sign of Jaquan on the other side of the camp.
And Nodgrim killed Dol.
Yeah. I don't think this is probably not the same doll, or at least.
Well, probably not. I'm pretty sure that the dog which killed Mark is dead, but who can be sure? We're dealing with the 8 now, so it's anyone's guess. But I wouldn't be surprised considering they have those servitor things.
No,
and
wait.
This is just
No,
another.
wait. No, wait. What's change? What's change? And he'll slowly go over to Kruber's bunk. He's looking very anxious. And he'll slowly start to crouch down. Change watch. I'm Kruber now. And he'll sit down on the bunk and he's watching you all. And slowly he'll start to lie back. Watch. Change. Sleep. Sleep. Rest. Remember, you come to rest.
All right then. Good
Understand
night,
any of that?
Jaquan.
Nope, you don't understand any of it. You just understand.
Same as what everyone else understands.
Yep, but you understand what seems to be the basis for the language. Even though it shares a commonality, it's not something that you can understand. Almost as though you think you should understand it, but you can't.
Cool. So I think we need to study him some more. I don't know. I feel like I feel like it's just a more advanced version of those servitors we encountered.
Possibly, but could it be actually like Kruber? Like normally I'd be a lot for just killing this and moving on, but like
I guess someone's changed it.
I don't know.
Shapeshifted him or
Would it
something.
be like could it be just a? I don't know. The simple fact is,
We know something. I recount the party the incident where Jaquan was so distraught over Mark that he peeled to the walk to try and bring his friend back, and how he may have, how Mark's soul may have, or mind may be occupying, Jaquan, or co-locating with Jaquan in Jaquan's head. It could be interesting, and maybe something to do with that has caused this somehow. I don't know.
Okay.
I know little of these. Little of these strange arcane things. I know.
So
I'm just guessing.
this guy's watching and seems to be listening. No, Mark. Jaquan. Kuba.
Have you
Payment. Payment due.
What's Jaquan paid for? Has Jaquan paid for Mark?
No, Mark. Kuba.
All right. We're still not going to kill you, but we're going to find someone who can talk your language. So I'm going to go over to Kruger's side of the camp and see if there's any of his gear or anything left, any sign of him left hanging around.
All the gear that he did not have on him at the time that he was on watch is still there. So his bedroll, his backpack, his all those kind of things. What's missing is what he was wearing. So his arms and his armor.
All right.
Everything else is there. It's like, as this guy says, he's Kruber now. Kruber went.
His arms.
And new
Or
Kruber,
legs.
and new Kruber's here. And new Kruber is occupying old Kruber's bedding.
Lovely.
Yep. Well, I think we got to find. Yeah. I said once, I'll say again. We should take him to Lashinara, and he might know. If nothing else, he might know someone who talks that other language he's talking.
Sounds like a plan. We're heading back to Summerton anyway, aren't we?
we are heading back to Summerton anyway, so...
Pretty much in a fairly direct route. Probably not straight through the forest, but...
Yeah.
Unless we want to go to what is it? Lakruma Keep on the way through and clear it.
Tempting, but I kind of want to...
I want to live.
Want a beer in Summerton pub.
Yup.
Have a chat with our favourite backstabbing thief.
He has not backstabbed any of you.
That is true.
I've got nothing against him.
Well, he has not literally backstabbed any of you.
He's only casually betrayed us. That's fine. It's totally fine. Not bitter at all.
So, are we gonna rest the rest of the night and just keep an eye on him?
I mean, Lenz, I guess it's Lenzer and Sean, so...
Well, since I'm up, I can still keep. I can help keep a watch on him. I'll probably rest later.
I'll make some sort of tracking test to see if I can see where, if Kruger's or if there's any sort of indication that he's moved from the camp.
In the morning, you can probably do that.
Yep, I'll do that in the morning after I learn some spells.
Okay. So for the rest of the night, nothing will pass. Nothing will pass. Nothing untoward will occur.
Only the stars will pass.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that nasty bit of
The stars and the gas.
So, alrighty. Does anyone need healing in the morning?
Yes.
Remember how much
I think we do. Where am I?
Is it 10%?
Where's my...
It is 10%, yes,
Okay, 10% of total or current?
of your maximum.
Okay.
Rounded up or rounded down?
Rounded up.
So yeah, I'm still pretty beat up.
Yes, I am still looking very beat up.
Mhm, mhm.
Fun times. I think I'm back to full health.
So Hypatia, you were pretty beat up.
Yeah, I'm probably. Well, without having a look at my icon, I'm not. I'm definitely less than. I'm definitely not bloodied anymore, but I'm still less. Probably less than 3/4.
So everyone,
I'm less than half.
because nobody knows what their hit points are unless they look at their
Character sheet.
icon, do they?
No, the character sheet because it's linked.
I know. I'm bloodied. But
Where does it say your total hit points in your character sheet?
It doesn't unless you've put it somewhere else.
yeah, I put mine
That's my
under
point.
exploration.
So, like in exploration, I've got my max hit points equals,
here.
and then in the hit point
Yep.
field,
Yeah.
If you want to hang on a second, let me just chuck you back on the map. Then there you go.
Yeah, I've put it in brackets next to my level. My total hit points. I'm just saying some people haven't.
I put it in my exploration.
yeah,
Yeah, me too. I just,
that's where I've got it.
I haven't updated it.
In my exploration, I've just got max hit points equals whatever, and then in my hit points bar is where I actually put my current hit points.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Right. So you guys can have me flick the map back.
Yep.
Why am I all the way over there?
I don't know,
You kept running.
She ran away like a big girl.
because you thought you were a flock of seagulls.
Mhm.
So who's healing the most?
All right. So I'm putting you back on the valley map.
Yep.
Uh,
Sounds
So
good.
do you need healing as well, then, Sean?
Yeah, everyone needs healing.
I
got
don't.
pretty badly beaten up. So who is I don't?
Me, Lenza.
Radio.
I took all the damage I took was from shooting myself, which I was able to sleep off. Funnily
We'll
enough.
definitely heal Hype
Which I'm not sure that deserves to get healed.
because she's got like some really nasty wounds that are making her super ugly. So she's having
Yeah.
trouble
I can't
speaking,
fix.
She's like constantly drooling.
And yet
I
her
can't
charisma is
fix
still
ugly.
higher than half of the party.
What can I say? I'm not a pretty man.
I'm not a smart man.
Okay, so who I think Minerva was Minerva beaten up?
Yep.
Okay. Probably a bit.
Lots of people were.
Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 healing spells. So this one's for Minerva.
Thank you.
This one's for Hypatia.
You.
This one's for me. And this one's for Saban.
Siobhan.
Siobhan.
That's it.
Siobhan.
Yep.
Is it Shaban or Siobhan?
Siobhan. Say it like a V.
There's no V's in it. It's
It's
silly.
Celtic. Don't pay attention to the spelling. It'll just make your head.
Yeah, Siobhan.
It's a Gaelic name, so like there's
Dawn. You mean like Sean?
consonants stuck in all over the place. Where they not
Okay, what did I get? 4. So how did that go for everyone? Is everyone back on full health now?
Near enough.
Kukulane's going to heal me.
Well, I got one more if someone wants it. Is that Minerva? Do you want it?
Yes, please.
Oh, you got the good one. Look at that.
Okay, and then I'll have Kukulane heal me.
And I'm out of healing. And
And
first level
spells?
spells.
Yeah.
And first level spells.
Okay, what else do we want to do?
Rest. I've done my daily toils.
I mean, we should probably head back to Summerton.
Oh, we're gonna check. Let's check for. When we're gonna check for trails, Jaquan's trails, like any tracks to see. just wandered off somewhere, or just blipped out of existence.
Yeah, well, we should look for tracks, but if we can't find tracks, then let's go talk to Labyrinth.
Yep,
Mhm.
sounds good.
Yes. So
Oh,
we'll have a quick look for tracks, and then we're heading off.
yeah. I'll
all
learn
right.
comprehend languages today, just in case.
Okay, so, yep, Sean and Lenza can have a bit of a look around.
Mm-hmm.
Your expertise in tracking seems to indicate that Jaquan at no stage wandered away from the camp and nobody wandered into the camp. The only tracks are your own. It's just like, Jaquan ceased existing in a spot and Dol started existing in a spot. I'm Kuba now.
Yeah, awesome, cool.
I think we should get rid of him just so he doesn't keep saying that.
But if it's like, we're still not sure how he's linked. If they say, well, what the hell's happened? It's better just to not,
He's more he's more used to us alive.
for now
Keep him.
anyway.
We'll just leave him in Summerton.
I mean,
With
He can get interrogated, dissected, whatever by Lashnar to his heart's content.
that's right.
Unless it's actually Jaquan. Which I doubt.
Well, he might be able to fix it. Probably send us on a crazy quest to fix it.
I mean, I would like to get Jaquan back.
Yes, likewise.
He is one of the best meat shields of the party.
Oh well, we've got another one now. He's more meatless shield, but
All right.
Oh well, yeah, cool.
alrighty. So we're going to mosey on towards Summerton. Are we going to go around to the left of the forest or the right of the forest? Oh, sorry, north, south, east or west of the forest?
Let's
West.
Head towards Stump Flat.
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, we could just
Maybe
pop by
we should
Luke.
straight
I
home.
mean, we could just pop by the keep on the way back. We did want to see it. We did want to try and like figure out, or at least attempt to try and sort out the stuff that was happening there.
I like the idea, but I don't really want this random guy in tow.
Yeah, fair. Although
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to be doing much. We just tie him up and leave him with the donkeys. Like
Can
it's
Hypatia see properly? And
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just
That
sort of
shit
like,
looks-
I was bleeding from my eyes more than the actual bloody condition.
everything? Okay, cool.
yeah. I don't think it'll be that a big of an inconvenience, but I can understand just wanting to go and get this sorted first.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't know exactly what's happening. We should probably find out what's happening to Jaquan, because that could be bad for him.
I want to get to Summerton as soon as possible.
Yes, I second that vote or that action.
If I can heal get these scars healed, that would be nice too.
And that's what we're doing. Let's go to Summerton.
All right.
By
Okay.
the fastest route possible.
Mark out the route that you wish to
Probably not through the forest.
Yeah, I reckon we just let's see if we can way.
Like we head directly towards Stump Flat and then down to Summerton.
Yeah, I think going down the road's probably going to be. Is that the bandit camp? Oh, they're not the bandit camp.
Yeah.
The mercenary camp.
take. It is.
Remember, it's a lot quicker to travel on the road, so we're probably better off.
Yeah.
We might be better off sort of going straight across and then down the road. Something more like that, maybe.
Well, what are the people who are good at wilderness stuff, the hunters, think? Sean and Lenza, what's the fastest way of us to get back to Summerton?
Well, you
I
want to
mean-
get onto the road first, don't you?
Pretty much.
That's
The
what I'm
road. We got donkeys, so like if we're just people, we could probably cut the way through the wilderness not too bad. But because we have like donkeys and stuff, let's get back to the road.
Donkeys won't make it that much harder. It's not like they've got dragon carts, but yes.
It's the thing is,
Still a lot
there's
easier on the
hills and bumps and whoever knows what else is in between us and here from the forest and here. So
Damn grassy nuts.
Always quicker travelling on the road.
it's just flat road is easier.
If you head If you head west and get onto the road and then go directly to Summerton, you get there in just under 3 days.
Let's do that.
Yep.
Sounds good.
West to the summertime. Go west.
Technically,
So
you're
does
going
everyone-
west to Stump Flat, then you're going south to Summerton.
Yep.
All right. Are you stopping off at Stump Flat on the way, or are you just going to go straight past it?
Well, there was nowhere to sleep last time, so
Yeah, straight past. Ignore some
Yeah.
stuff.
Good point. All billets.
I'm assuming that we're just going to be sleeping. Like I'll get all my spells back, so I'll basically be healing everyone until there's no more healing required.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did we? Has everyone got enough provisions to get back? So that's 3 days. What do I need?
Yes.
Yep. I'm good.
Over 3 days of fresh rations.
I've run out of fresh rations. Good. I've got. Oh, that's all. I'm probably okay.
Rations.
So, who got healed?
Well, since I've got 5 cure lights a day and we're traveling for 3 days, I'm assuming everyone.
Okay.
Sure. I mean, I'm going to injure myself every day, but agreed. At the end of the first day, I injure myself.
Minerva's taken up cutting.
I have. I'm going to learn continual light because I am nothing if not a glutton for punishment. I made the saving throw. Never mind. I didn't hurt myself. Continual light. Woo.
Congratulations.
Are you scribing these ones?
Yeah.
I need to know what ones you're scribing.
Oh, that was continual light. I'm scribing.
Did you scribe Magic Missile or before?
BRB.
Yes, that was what I made the roll for earlier. That I failed and then took 2 points of damage, like
Right.
a boss.
But you are using scribe to scribe them.
Yes.
When
but
you
scribe
learn them,
is my spell.
that's fine.
Oh, okay, good.
But scribe is a spell that you learned from the book.
Yes. So scribe's a spell I learnt from the book
Yes, just what I'm just asking.
and then used the
Correct.
other book that I have to scribe it.
Yes, no, I know, but you
Okay.
learnt it from Gothja.
Yes. Well,
Cool.
yeah.
That's fine.
I had to have 2 sources to actually get it into the book originally.
Yes,
Because learning scribe wouldn't have allowed me to scribe.
understand.
Yep. But
That's
I
good,
have
'cause
set
I
it to
don't.
scribe. Because I
Again.
have that other spell book as well. Just in case you're wondering how I got scribe, because that was very relevant since that's had to do with every other spell I have gained.
And that is fine, and that is why I am keeping track.
Okay, great. Continual light.
It's now on the list, as is Magic Missile. Thank you.
Oh,
Not for any reason, just, you know.
now you're making me paranoid. I get it. It's harsh.
But totally fair. Alright, you guys, 3 days, you can head through the wilderness, bypass Stump Flat. You see that the mercenary camp is still there. Not much has changed with regards to them. They don't accost you, though they are keeping an eye on the road. They do have people covering most of the areas, but you know, it's almost like a soft/passive siege of Summerton, a siege or a Clayton siege, the siege you have when you're not having a siege.
Yep.
You can come and go, but you know, they do watch and pay attention. But yeah. And you have the new Kruber with you, so it's great.
Do we learn anything using comprehend languages when he starts?
If you cast Comprehend Languages, yes, you might.
I will cast comprehend languages. Can you cast that on someone else?
I'm looking it up right now. Comprehend Languages. Wrong book.
happened?
What's wrong?
I just got back. Anything interesting?
We're just about to have a comprehend languages spell utilised.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking. Remember what happened last time we took someone back to Lashanara to... I mean, at the time we didn't know what was going on, but someone who wasn't an original member of the party.
That's a good point. Let's go.
Maybe
Why
when
don't
we
you
go
go
and
ahead and let him know?
Technically, Caradwin, who was an original member of the party, you just didn't know it wasn't Caradwin at the time, or was it?
Well, yes, but any rate, I'm just making a
And I'm just defending.
comment.
I'm just defending Caradwin's OG status. That's all.
Comprehend languages.
Is touch.
Yes,
The
Yeah.
caster can understand the spoken words of creatures or read otherwise incomprehensible written messages. In either case, the creature or the writing must be touched. You would have to touch Dole and to understand him.
Ugh, gross.
The ability to read does not necessarily impart insight into the material, merely its literal meaning. The spell enables the caster to understand or read an unknown language, not speak or write it. Obscure languages, the opposite of comprehend languages, dispels the effect. Blah 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 blah.
Okay.
Do you wish to
Yeah.
stroke Dole gently?
Yeah, I'll tap him on the shoulder. Fast comprehend languages and ask him where the warlock is. Is there anything you guys want me to ask him?
Well,
How long did it last for?
What's the Quan
It
paying?
lasts for 15 rounds.
5 rounds per
I
level.
think they got the duration and range mixed around somehow.
You reckon?
And touch range 5 rounds per level.
Yeah,
Did they?
yeah, they did.
I wasn't
It's
looking
okay.
at the. I wasn't looking at the. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't looking at
Actually.
the. I wasn't looking at that. I was just looking
Mage
at
version.
yeah. I was just looking at touch and rounds per level. I didn't have a look at the qualifier for them. Okay, that's fine. So that slip.
Touch is funny. You just have to keep touching them. Keep contact.
Super glue. All right. So you
Do you
asked.
mean it's any harm?
You asked him where the warlock was, did you?
Yes, I did. Where's your master?
The warlock is. I don't know. In the dark place.
Okay. Was that where these guys encountered him previously? Where Jaquan met him previously? Is that the dark place?
It is away from the 8.
Oh, he's not one of the 8. That's good. I wouldn't want him to be a god. That would suck.
That would. Bad.
What exactly was the payment?
The deal was due.
And what was the deal?
I don't know.
Okay. Will we get Jaquan back?
I don't know. I'm Kruber now.
What gave you the right to being Kruber? Was that part of the deal?
I don't know.
No, you just decided to take something.
No.
Are you trying to make a new deal now?
I don't make deals.
Okay. How long are you going to be with us?
I'm Kruber now.
Okay, forever. Cool. Are you any good in a fight? Are you going to do what Kruber did in a fight?
I'm Kruber now.
Great. That seems like it's not going to go well for you.
He'll smile and nod.
Cool.
So you are speaking the common trade talk, and he is answering in his jibber jabber language.
Yup.
Yeah, so I can like understand what you're saying, but not much of what he's replying.
But you don't mean us any harm. Is that correct?
Yes.
Great. Do you have any skills that might help us out?
I'm Kruber now.
Yep. Kruber now. Sweet. All right. I'm done talking to you.
He'll smile and nod again.
Sure. I leave.
He's
I haven't learned anything useful.
he's got Kruber's pack on his back, and he seems to be able to carry it without too much stress and too much concern.
I think we just like take him with us and let him pretend to be Kruber for now, because like, what else are we gonna?
What could possibly go wrong?
He doesn't.
If nothing else, he can carry some stuff for us.
Can he? Just one last question. I turn back. Damn it.
Well, your spell has
Lumbo
gone.
stuff. Oh, dang it. That's okay.
Carry a Titan head in one hand.
You're probably getting it dragged by the donkeys.
Well,
Yes,
he's
look-
got to prove his worth. He's got to be a helper.
That's not. That's can we not play with our?
Trophy. Worst trophy ever.
Should be playing like soccer with it.
Dragging the actually that's one thing. Dragging the Titan head through the mercenary camp will get lots of cheers and hoots from them. They all seem to, even though they're watching you and being a little bit cautious about other armed folk on the road, they do recognise your prowess, since you're dragging behind what is now quickly being stripped of all the flesh from the gravel and the road and just general friction. But a sizable head from a sizable creature that obviously you slew and then brutally hacked from the body. So they're all for that. They think it's wonderful.
Excellent, cool.
And then one of the eyes pops out and it's there.
Oh dear. All right. Well, I guess a few of us head to the Sly Wink, and a few of us head to Lashonara and inform what the hell's going on.
Okay, so when you go to Summerton, there is again guards at the gate, and you'll be coming in at this gate here.
Yep.
Let me hit the select. This gate here. Okay. They do stop you. They want to know who you are and what your business is.
What
they're
is
not.
that smell?
Yeah. They say, oh my God, who the hell is that weirdo in the brown robes? But yeah, they seem to be quite impressed the fact that you are dragging this monstrous head along. I mean, it's clear that it's a giant's head. Yeah, very clear. And giants are tremendously notorious and infamous, and anyone who can slay a giant is well regarded and respected from their point of view. So you will, after initial a bit of suspicion, because mercenaries camped on their doorstep, they're a bit wary of anyone with arms and armour. They will be quite happy for you to enter in, displaying proudly this horrifically, brutally beheaded head that has been dragged behind and left most of the skin and flesh with it. And it's now missing an eye. But woo! And they'll pat you on the back and you'll get asked questions. Oh, who killed it? How did you manage to do it? And you must be powerful warriors indeed. And there'll generally be a bit of a hoo-ha, and a small crowd will begin to form around you, and there'll be a lot of cheering. The Giant Slayers.
Awesome, great. That's just what we want.
Me.
Where do we take the bounty to get it?
Yeah, let's cash
to,
that in.
to the Citadel.
Let's cash it in very quickly. Then
Yeah.
go to Slowing.
So
Yeah, sure, why not?
there.
Mile.
And
A long mile.
it's not a mile, it's quite short of a mile. That was in feet, that was 1,400 feet.
Actually, a mile. I know. Miles yards, is it?
It's even more than that. So a mile is 2.6 kilometers.
1.6.
1.6 is it?
Yeah.
It depends.
That's right.
but
An inch is 2.2 centimeters. So
regular miles 1.6,
how many
or
feet in a mile? There you go. 5,200.
280.
Yep. So you're looking at a fifth of a mile. But it is still a long way to drag this head when you do have a gaggle impeding your way the whole journey. News will precede you, and the group that is with you will only get larger. It is mostly made up of townsfolk, general citizens, who seem to be quite impressed with the giant slayers who have entered into Sumberton. You'll recognise some people among them as beadles, who are the law enforcement within here, and you'll even spot a few adventurers who have probably heard tell of your journey throughout the city and have moved to intercept to see what the fuss is about. Plus, you're also heading to the keep where the job board is situated, so adventurers tend to mill around there anyway. By the time you get to the keep, the group is sizable, numbering probably over 100, if not more. And you're all being cheered and hailed as mighty heroes for completing such a task. Many people here in the town probably have never even seen a giant's head before, being such a rare and dangerous creature. So it is awe-inspiring and shocking at the same time. But you are well received for it. And many of you will be patted on the back, and you'll be jostled somewhat because people are trying, oh man, they've got to touch the giant slayers, etc.
Yep, cool. So usual. Okay, so what I'm more worried about what the guards and everyone when we eventually get there, I guess.
What do you want it? Do you really want to take us into the keep?
No. Like, are they? How are they approaching us? Pretty much.
Who approaching you?
Like the guards that have been obviously sent out to see what the hell.
So the garrison will just let you approach. They're not going to try and stop you, but and there is a bounty collection point that you can go to. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
you can
probably good place to start.
and that you can turn the head in, as you have done with other heads previously. The head would then be mounted on the keep walls in like a brutal and gruesome trophy. And you can receive your 50 GP for such a task.
Split it 5 ways now.
I wryly comment that they may need a few pikes for that one.
No, don't boast.
Sean, when you guys get to the keep, you notice that your money purse is missing.
Bastards. Well, didn't need all that gold anyway.
Wait, you're just not going to do anything about it?
Well, I don't know where it got lost. Someone stole my purse, guys. Do you still have your money?
I'll check.
The rest of you are okay. Only Sean's was removed.
No.
Noticed anything? We're bad at spotting.
We are very bad at spotting. Don't worry, it wasn't like there was much money in it.
How much money was in it?
Really?
Like 500 gold plus some silver and copper.
Oh.
How are you carrying that much in a pouch? Surely you'd put some of that on the donkey, right?
No, I probably had most of it in my pack. I don't know. I had it written on pouch on my character sheet, which is what's important, so it's gone.
Okay, rip.
That's an impressive pouch. 5 encumbrance.
Mm.
I hope
It
there's
is.
not some child just buried under a pile
Remember,
of coins.
coins do count as encumbrance.
Yeah, well, it was 3 platinum pieces, It was
Oh, okay. Right.
so. But there was 200 gold there. But anyway,
Platinum's only worth 10 gold. But yep, sure.
is it 10 gold or?
Yes, 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was only like trifle.
Yeah, but it is actually fairly heavy if you had that many coins.
So
we're
the
doing
thief
numbers.
stealing it would struggle to run off with it.
Only if it's
Not
like
if that's not if yeah, and if that was all that they were, if they were carrying other stuff. But if that's all they were carrying, they could easily blend into a crowd. Every 100 coins is 1 encumbrance.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just keeping track of it, and I had it written in my pouch because when I first did it, it was like 20 gold.
Yep.
And I didn't update that it was going in my pack.
That's fine. I'll tell you what. You can just remove half of what you had, half of the gold. Put the other gold in your pack, but all the other coins will be gone.
And I guess in future for all of us, just make sure to actually keep track of where everything is, because it may be important when things are stolen.
Very cool.
Yep.
And anyway, as for the removal of said item, the thieves among you, I'm not saying there's any thieves among you,
Yep.
the less, lawfully impressed among you would probably be able to indicate that these kind of people would operate in a small group, and one person would probably retrieve it and pass it on to somebody else, and it would then be dispersed into the crowd or taken into the crowd. So the person who is actually lifting it is not the person who is moving off with it.
So you're saying there's no chance of getting it back?
A very
Yes.
low chance.
There were too many people around you, and you don't know at which point along the line that it was taken. It's probably quite likely. I mean, you can kick up a stink if you want, but it's probably quite likely that whoever lifted it and took it, the people involved, are no longer in the crowd.
They're probably no longer in town.
Delete it from my line item or keep track of it, but I've just deleted it, so done.
Yeah, we could talk to Wilbrod, see if he knows anything, but whatever.
Alright.
That's how they treat the heroes around here. Screw them all.
Well, they're like me.
Fireball, you say?
If I had it, I would have done it.
Yes.
Oh
Sorry,
jeez,
I
how
sent
many
you a
fucking...
message in thingy, but you didn't see that one, so I read a different one. Keeping exactly the same spelling mistakes. Copy and paste. Booyah.
I'll show what I've got so far.
I just don't know if it matters to you, because previously when I gave you the list, I just was saying what I'm adding to my book, not where I'm getting them from. So if it matters where they came from, then those are the ones that didn't come from the book.
So that's what I've got down as ones that you have gained from the book.
Yeah, wait, yeah, so... How did I open that? Oh. Yeah, so technically Scribe, Stinking Cloud, and Magic Missile don't come from the book.
Where
But
they
the
come
rest
from?
They come from the other book that I have.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
I will take them off then.
Oh,
Scribe.
okay. I didn't know if that was relevant. I was just giving you a list of everything that I'm adding to my book.
No.
And why I'm
Stinking
rolling for
Cloud.
damage on myself.
Yeah, and Magic Missile you got from Jirils.
And same with Scribe.
Yeah, I've taken that one off. That's cool.
Okay. And for my saving throw, bing! Oh, I made it. Yes! I didn't take damage again!
Well done.
So happy.
Cool. So
Anyway, I need to go see a man about a book.
Are we splitting the bounty 5 ways?
I mean, I was gonna say the people who fucking cut the head off probably should get it, because all of you were like, oh no, we don't want to do it. It'll be messy and horrible. Ugh.
I wanted to do it. What are you talking about?
Sure.
He wanted to grow his nails long and
I mean, I brought the giant to your attention.
Yeah. We're just splitting it like we normally do. Just split stuff.
Yeah.
It's easier.
All right.
Very well. But
Percentage-based method.
Everybody should always remember to split, and if you become gripey about it, Minerva's going to be like, well, technically no one wanted to pick up some poison this one time, and she did it all by herself, and then even though she griped about never having poison, she was like, I'll give it up for money. Bam. Party matters. Okay? Family. We're a family, guys.
Well, technically, I don't have to learn any healing spells.
Blah blah
Exactly.
poison. Blah
Yeah.
blah
A
poison.
family. Well,
we
poison.
and this one random we picked up.
No, family already. She came to our aid. I already think that she's great.
Do you want
I
to?
wanna
On that
make this
note,
water
are
stuff.
you? What are your plans from now on? Like, you don't have to stay with us. We just.
Yeah, piss off.
Do you want to join our group?
Yeah, considering you have a lack of one now.
Yeah.
What's your
that kind
boss
of
say?
comes to
They're
We're,
talking
we're,
to-
we're
they're
always
talking to you,
needing more.
Siobhan.
We're always in need of more meat shields. I mean, party members.
Yep. The more the merrier. Can't say we get we kill titans every, but you know that's probably a good thing.
They're talking to you, Siobhan.
They
Oh,
are.
sorry. What were you saying?
Join us, and together we can rule the galaxy.
Basically, do you want to join us, or are you going to go off and do your own thing?
Siobhan was too busy.
Basically, do you want to roll up a new character, or like continue to play the one here in this group?
Siobhan was too busy counting the coins in the purse she found.
Beautiful.
No. I'm currently have no jobs that my employer needs of me. So I'm quite happy to journey with you if you're happy to have me.
Cool.
Sure, it'll only be 50 gold to join the group.
I'll shut up.
Payable to the cleric.
I'll say I'll shut up, and I'll hand you the 10 gold that we got from the head. I guess we all get 10 gold. Woo! Wait, no, because we have Theta, don't we? Does Theta get paid from loot too? Yes.
No,
Or...
he gets paid by us out of the party gold.
Yes, he is on a wage, a salary, if
Yeah,
you will.
cool. That's right.
Keep in mind,
He didn't run into combat with us.
keep in mind that he's paid like a month in advance at the moment.
Yes.
Well, less than that since we spent quite a lot of time training. He's almost needs to be paid again. It's fine. I'm keeping track of it.
You guys at the time got him to basically be the guard for your donkeys.
He may try to renegotiate since he's actually attacked something now.
It's possible.
Clout.
And he sees that you guys are, raking in a bit of dosh.
Unfortunately, he was kind of hoping to be taken on as a retainer by Jaquan, who's now gone. It's rough. It's rough, buddy.
That is rough.
I'm Kruber now.
Else.
And then Dol will go over and put an arm around Data.
Oh my god, gold value has gone up.
Let's go and see Lash and Aranex so we can get rid of the Kruber wannabe.
Yep.
Okay, I'll go ahead and talk to him.
Yes,
You
let him know something weird's coming his way.
Yep.
So Lashanara is at 24.
Yep.
Okay. So is everybody going?
We should probably who's gonna wait with Jaquan outside?
We can leave Theta and the retainers.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Sure.
Get them to go straight to the inn and book a room and
Oh no,
Get
we
the
definitely
mules
want
to
we
live.
definitely want Dol with us.
Straight outside.
no.
Let's not party split, even in the city.
Dole is coming with us, but I was going to send the other guys to the retainers and that to book the inn. But anyway,
They're going to guard him just outside the front door.
Yeah.
We're not going to
Okay.
bring him in. We're not bringing some weirdo in with us again.
I thought you said you were just going in to let him know he was coming, and then when he was ready, we'd all go in with him. But anyway, whatevs.
Okay. So is everybody going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Hypatia was first.
Also, and just a little. That's not a unkind note, but I am going to be watching all of my party members just in case someone else decides to transform and kill.
Try.
Not unreasonable.
Come on, you'd think I'd do the same shtick twice?
That's how you get them.
It's true.
That's the fourth time they finally cotton onto what you're doing.
The whole reason for doing it multiple times is just to rub their faces in the fact that they're terrible.
Yeah.
You keep falling for it, so you know. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So you go to Lashinara's. That's fine. His residence is, you know, still where it always was, which is probably a good thing. He hasn't moved, even though he probably feels like he should. The amount of craziness that's been going on underneath his roof recently. When you get there, Lashinara is just outside. Actually, he is on the threshold and he is talking to two people. You recognise them.
Oh.
Oh,
Ah,
do
cool.
we recognize that other person?
Yes.
So Sergeant Anna was actually at the garrison while we were we were being imprisoned for
Cool.
the assassination, and
Sweet.
that other Pradney was that random chick we were talking in the slide wing at some point.
Yes, pretty much. So Sergeant Anna Glees was the one who took over from Sergeant Caleb Gamlin after he was
Found to be a traitor.
Yes.
And
Um,
reason of extreme prejudice.
And Sergeant Anna Glees is a woman of seemingly high competence and no personality. She seems to be very staid, very cut and dried.
Sounds like Lenza.
Maybe the two of you might have been separated at birth. Maybe she's the Lenza. She's Lenza now. So yes, but there seems to be a slightly animated conversation, three-way conversation. The sergeant seems to be holding court, really. Radney and Lashinara, for the most part, seem to be mostly listening, throwing in some words every now and then. It doesn't seem to be too private because, again, they're doing it outside. And whilst it's animated, it doesn't seem to be, earth-shattering. They do stop when they notice you arriving. A group of armed people on the road, and you still have a few. You still have a few hangers-on following you, because you're the giant slayers. You have a few little kids in particular who seem to be running around pretending to be adventurers, and they've got some sticks and swinging them like swords, thinking that it's a great time, and they're arguing over who gets to be the giant and who gets to be the mighty warriors to cut them down and chop their heads off.
Excellent.
And who's the thief stealing all our money?
Yeah, maybe, but none of these ones have come up to you. They're kind of just in your dust trail, so to speak, rather than moving up and trying to pat you on the back and off with your purse. But anyway, the three of these will stop their animated discussion when you are approaching. Enough distance is between you that you can't really get a handle on what's being discussed. Sergeant will nod to Lashinara and Radney, and then we'll walk off, leaving you with Lashinara and Radney, who will wait for you. It looks like the two of them seem to be on fairly good terms.
Cool. I guess we approach and greet.
I'll acknowledge Radney and the Sarge as they move off.
Radney's still there. Only the sergeant left.
Yep.
I'll
Keep an eye on Dole.
I'll nod to Lashinara as we approach.
Lashinara,
Hello. How are you all?
not great.
It's been eventful.
Look at Hypatia's face. But also, can you take this book away from me? Stop it from hurting me? That'd be really great. It's like killing me slowly.
You hold the book up to him, do you?
Well, I like hug it to my chest like a coke addict.
He will.
It's this book. It's Twitch scratch arm. It's pretty awesome, but
I will butt in and say the book seems to have kind of leached onto him somehow, and it's he's not in a good shape.
it's affecting my sleep.
Lashanara will recoil slightly from your, possessiveness, seeming to think that there's some kind of crazy madness has enveloped you. But when he has a closer look at the book, he will, it's a large book.
Oh yeah.
It's monstrously big, and he will like, and then his eyes will move from the book over to Siobhan, and he'll nod, and then they'll go further, and he'll see Dol, and Dol will say, "I'm Krupa now."
At that point, I'll say that's our other issue.
Yeah. Interesting things have happened.
Yeah, we have a. It's working. I'll say it's working for you. Always going to be this exciting.
I see.
Something about it.
You should come inside then. I'm not sure about that book though, or that Kruber.
Yes.
You're Kruber now, are you? Yeah. I'm Kruber now. Try the bar. And Lashnara will stroke his chin. I know of that language, and I am not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we're
did.
not either.
Come inside. Now, bring the book, bring that thing.
Yep.
Radney, please, come with us. She'll nod, and then he will lean over and whisper something to her, and she will draw her sword and hold it in her hand, but in a point-down, non-aggressive manner. But she has her sword out.
I think precautions against sort of gesturing to precautions as that guy gesturing to Dol.
No, against all of you. You tried to kill me once.
This is fair.
Oh man.
I'm not going to take my life at face value, and I will take precautions. But please, come in.
Sure.
And he will lead you into his house, which is much the same as it was previously, minus headless corpses and bloody slaughter. He will lead you into into the house and sit you at a table. Now, tell me what curse we need to deal with first.
Probably the book, honestly. Like that seems much more pressing.
I don't know what that book is, but I can tell there is... Was that, sorry, Minerva?
It keeps whispering to me. It says it's my friend. It seems pretty awesome. It gives me spells. I've learned a lot of knowledge. And it calls itself Gadar.
I see. Do anyone else hear it?
No, just yeah.
No, but Minerva's behavior has
Deteriorated.
changed. She started reading the book.
Can you place it on the table and step away from it, Minerva?
I'll give it a go. Can I make a will check?
Sure, make a saving throw versus spells, please.
Do I get my -2? for
You
being-
do. You also get other penalties, but I'm not telling you what they are.
Ooh, roll high.
Save this. Spells. -2. Oh, let me put -2 in there. Come on.
Should when you start rolling.
Did that work?
Yeah, it
Yes.
worked. It came up. All right, you put it on the table, and then you step away from the table, holding the book.
Yep.
I see. I do not have spells prepared that might help you, but I think I have a scroll. Give me a moment. Radney, keep an eye on them. She'll nod, and he will head into his private sanctum, closing the door behind him. He'll be gone for some time.
What type of armor is Radney wearing?
She's wearing splint mail.
Radney, as a half-elf, wouldn't you much prefer to wear beautiful bark armor like this?
Actually, I should tell you. I've got her character sheet. What is she wearing? Actually, do I have a character sheet? I think so. DM sheets. NPC sheets. What's she got? Have I finished her character sheet? I think I have. I haven't. I suck.
Well, it just so happens, because if she's not wearing bark armor, it just so happens that I have a spare set of bark armor for a half-elf such as herself that I think she would look very fine in. It's very nice armor. I used to use it.
Oh, that's weird.
What's that?
Anyway,
what are we looking at? The eating the black crap.
What?
What was weird?
Oh, I
I think they're just laughing at me giving stuff away.
Yeah, it was weird because like, oh yes, let's also have my hand-me-down clothes. It's
It's bark armor. It's like an heirloom of the elves.
Yes.
I mean, I'm wearing some, but like,
Radney will nod and she'll say, I appreciate the offer, Minerva. I really do. But my elven heritage is not one that I am particularly proud of.
I mean, you're not responsible for it, but okay.
No, I am not. I wear this armor for reasons that I won't go into right now, but I appreciate it. Anyway, how was your trip?
well,
eventful.
yes, definitely eventful. Would be kind of better if we, if we still had our comrade Jaquan. He essentially has disappeared, and this thing has taken its place. It's very odd.
I
It's a bit
see.
concerning.
And I imagine Minerva like scratches her neck with a nervous tick while one eye's sort of twitching at the same time as Dol does the same thing and says, I'm Kruber now.
Yeah, I'm Cooper now. Yep. I see.
Yeah, we're not quite sure how this happened, but it happened. So I don't know what the fuck. Either this is entirely Kruger's fault, or
It's entirely Kruber's fault. He's not here to defend himself. Now is the time to throw you under the bus.
Well,
look, from what we heard from him, it sounds like Kruger did something stupid.
to use a phrase that Rowan uses quite a lot, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
It'd be like, well, he's not wrong, or well, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Oh dear.
So, Radney will have a little bit of just general chit chat. Want to know, because you were gone for a little bit of time, how it all panned out, and she's a bit concerned that you did lose one of your friends, but you picked up someone, so that's all cool.
Net positive, right?
Swings and roundabouts.
We have gained a body.
We've technically gained two because I'm Kuba now.
Yes, but if we had to, we lost Jaquan, so there was a loss there too. So we gained two steps forward, one step back.
Yes.
This is very good.
After about half an hour, Lashnar will return. He has a small scroll case with which he removes a fairly tightly rolled scroll of vellum. He will unfurl it. I think this will work. Okay. and he'll start reading from it.
I'll listen. Do I learn anything?
You learn that he has dulcet tones when he's reading from a scroll.
That's how you read a scroll.
Yes.
I've never done that, but I have 2 of them.
So he reads the scroll. And I need to see whether he needs to touch anyone or anything. Touch me, touch me. I wanna be your body. Good old Sandfox. What is this? Touch, it is! Ha ha! What does he have to touch? On
Now-
a creature.
To be okay, just as an additional thing here, because it would be in character. Since Minerva doesn't want to lose the book, she's bound to put it into her backpack that has arcane lock on it, so that no one can access it, unless they're her or a higher level magic user, which I'm sure he is. So he won't give it a dang. But just, I'm sure she would, try to keep it away from other people.
So Arcane Lock is cast upon a door, chest, or portal.
Yeah.
A bag is not any of those.
Oh, okay. That doesn't count as a... Interesting. Dang. I thought it just had to have, like, an opening, was what it meant
No.
by portal, not, like, a doorway portal.
Yes, no.
Okay.
So anyway, he's going to cast this spell. You can put the book away. That's fine. It's not going to phase him. He is going to cast this upon you.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm now a rabbit. I always wanted to be a rabbit. Sweet.
After he reads it and touches you, you feel a little bit at peace. Make another saving throw versus spells for me, please.
Do I still have my -2?
Yes. You still have your wisdom affecting you until it is not.
She's there.
Huh?
So you felt at peace, and then you heard Gothta laugh.
Oh. What was that moment of peace?
It was fleeting at best.
How did you do that? I felt good for a second.
Hang on.
Hello?
Hang on. I'm typing something for you.
Oh, okay. Then I take 86 damage. Son of a bitch.
Well, that removes the curse, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's a brutal way of looking at it, but yeah, that would remove the curse, probably.
Side effects.
Uh-oh.
Says Lashnower. You are cursed, but it is fairly strong, and I would have to learn or prepare spells. I hoped that a simple remove curse might lift it from you. Clearly not.
He's saying bad stuff about you, the book.
Is he? Such as?
He thinks you're gonna die soon, which is very concerning.
I see. Death comes for us all, but we will. I'll take that under advisement and double my F. Where did you get this book from?
Was this the one we got out of Joe's
Ogre?
cave?
Oh, okay, that's it.
I see. This is even more distressing. Radney, do you have a remove curse prepared? No, I do not. Not at this moment.
Wow, Fredney can cast magic too.
Paladin.
Nice, Fredney.
Then we need to take precautions against you. The book might be a conduit to the ogre. Perhaps you are being influenced by the ogre. Perhaps It is
I hate
quite
code.
likely that you are, in actual fact, an unwitting pawn of the ogre at the moment, and the book is merely the vessel.
Oh, I can believe
Gofda
I'm winning.
might be the ogre itself.
Oh,
Damn.
oh, because they can shape change.
I'm not saying the book is the ogre, but the voice, what you hear and what is imparting knowledge to you might be the ogre using the book as the means through which it is achieved.
Would that really nice cleric who lives on Pious Way, would he maybe be able to help me?
Kind Ollery, maybe. He isn't the most sane of the gods' worshippers that reside within Summerton, but he might be of some assistance. What I would probably try and do, though, is seek out one of the others. Let me think. There are a few others down there which would be of probably more use. I will think on it, find who I think you should see.
So you're
Possibly
tonight?
the High Priest, Voltrum, a worshipper of, or a member of the religion of suffering, of sufferance might be of useful, and High Priestess Brynor of submission. Either of those might be of more assistance, though their philosophies are painful at best at times. Radney might be your best bet, but I don't think she is powerful enough. No disrespect, Radney. None taken.
Sorry, what was the first guy's name? Volt?
Voltron. He is at
Made up
number
of 5 different lines.
Voltron. He's at
Voltron.
he's at number 17.
17. There. Right.
17.
And Brynor is
18.
oh, Brynor. Okay, cool. They're actually on the map written down like that. Excellent.
They might be your best bet. Kindly Ollery is more free with his ministrations, but does not have the power and resources that the other two have.
No quality guarantee. Gotcha.
But I would be very careful where that book goes and what you do with it. But that is something for later. Unfortunately, we can't deal with that at the moment. Although he casts another spell, and he this time directs it towards the book. Make a saving throw of first spell. See how you're going to try and defend your great and true friend.
Paul
Going like
needs to
that.
say first spells. This is where the natural 20 comes out.
Who's doing all that heavy breathing?
Oh, a 3. Is just a 3?
Who's doing that heavy breathing?
Not me, I'm not breathing at all.
I'm hearing this coming through. Right, I'm
You are?
watching. I'm watching it now. I'm watching to see whose little icon in Discord
Danger zone.
it is.
I mean, mine's always going. It's so exciting.
Okay. Anyway, you realise that Lashnara is going to try and target your friendly book, your great and true friend, maybe your only true friend. No, that's not true. It is your only true friend.
Oh, thank you.
I just realised my thing keeps going off because I'm listening through the speakers, not through the headset. So, like, every time you talk, my thing goes off.
Huh.
And suddenly you want to try and place yourself between Lashanara and Gwathtar as he casts a spell. But is it quick enough? Make
throw-
a...
Oh, you need
Yeah.
a reflex save or something?
No, I'm just going to get you to roll a dice on an odd number. You can place yourself between him.
Nice.
Doesn't matter what die you roll.
Alright. I'm rolling D100 then. Bam!
Sure.
Odd number. It's even.
No, you do not place it. Okay, he casts a spell. He manages to target Grothta. Make another saving throw for spells for me, please. See whether or not the link is broken sufficiently.
Now you roll that 20.
Yeah.
No. So bad at saving. Ugh.
Alright.
Take that, Gofta. You jerk. Oh.
Alright, so the spell fails. You do not have any moments of peace or respite. You just hear a hideous, horrible laughter fill your head and evil words. Alright,
Oh.
Lashinara fails to try and relieve the book from your possession.
Dang it.
This other one is disturbing as well. Explain to me how it happened.
So
Just suddenly there was Kruber. New Kruber.
I'm
Kruber-
Kruber now. Yes, we know. We know. The language you speak is not a nice language. It is debased and corrupted. Would you agree, Radney? She nods her head.
So do I.
I see. This is not good. And why are you here? Payment. I'm Kruber now. Do any of you know of this payment?
He said he didn't make the deals and he doesn't know what the payment is.
When I created the simulacrum to get you out of the bind that you found yourself in after the unfortunate incident with Varian, Prince Varian, may he rest peacefully. He will look down his nose at you all with a little bit of derision as he says that. There was an issue with Kruber, if you recall, 2 souls in the one.
yes.
What is it that Kruber has done? He mentioned something to me at the time about trying to bring back his friend from the dead.
Yes. That what he attempted to. He pleaded with that warlock we encountered to bring him back, and he brought Mark's body was brought back as a zombie, but perhaps his soul, mind, or something was occupying Chakan. Maybe I don't know. I know little of these matters.
And what did you do with the body? The zombie?
Oh shit. You know that's. Oh, where is that guy?
The really creepy alchemist.
Yep, we have.
Mayor.
They have given the corpse to. Yeah.
You gave the corpse to...
The alchemist in town. Let me try and.
Was Reese or something like that?
Rayasan.
Resan, yes, and
That
Yeah.
was Chimera.
Yeah. Chimera Limited.
Incorporated.
Number 10. Number 10. Where is number 10? It's up
Got the-
here.
what
Not too far from Lashinara.
Is he still going to have corpse? Unlikely.
You dealt with that crackpot.
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant.
Best moment, you reckon?
I wonder what's happened to that corpse.
It's
Well,
probably been experimented on because he seemed very keen to do that.
very.
Maybe. Or he might have forgotten about it It's possible with Rheasan. Hopefully it's the latter. But what exactly involved this deal that you know of or you suspect? Do you understand anything of what happened?
Very little, sadly.
I'm Kruber now.
This guy looks like a. I mean, we've encountered more than one of these dolls. The one that killed Mark originally, we apparently slew it, but we ran into another.
Yes, there seems to be something vacuous in its eyes, but more. There's a cunning there, though, deep down, unnerved, unhinged. I'm concerned, deeply concerned, that you brought it into the city. But, be that as it may, he's Kruber now, apparently. Has he given any indication that he has violent tendencies?
None whatsoever.
Can it be trusted, do you think?
Absolutely not.
I can throw it.
It seems to enjoy acting like Kruber, like one of our party members, but it is not.
Then we should
Simple
Then
Kruber.
we should place it within holding and not let it out.
That was my plan, yes.
Would it be better just to kill it?
I
No.
don't think so. I think we need...
Study it.
We do not know how this deal operates. If Kruber was abducted, this creature might need to be alive for Kruber to return. Perhaps whoever abducted him would simply do a swap, and if this creature is deceased, the swap would not occur. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't have the information, and that is not something that I like. So
Is
therefore,
there some way that you can detain it and study it?
Not really. I don't have the facilities here.
To the keep, then.
I think the keep is probably the best bet. Either that or a beetle cell. There are a couple beetle cells at Castellane's residence. Chiffon, I believe, knows where they are and should be able to get this creature there.
Yep.
The other option I would suggest is that you go to Chimera Limited and see what has become of your former comrade.
Probably not a bad idea, indeed.
I'm going to be busy to try and come up with some information and ideas to help Minerva with this literature problem she has.
We would be grateful. She's not quite the same. Looks over at the. What do you? Yeah, no.
Give me a moment, I'll write a letter. Take it with you, Sivan, when you take this creature to the beetle cell.
Certainly.
So we won't find Mark's body in one piece.
Perhaps, but depending upon what the deal is, maybe there has been a change. Who knows? Gather information. It's not going to hurt to have a little bit more than what we currently have, which is not a lot.
None. Yeah. Fair enough. Thank you for your help again.
Of course.
Thank you.
He will write a hasty letter, fold it in half, hand it to you, Sivan. I have work to do, it seems. Radney, I will speak to you later on the matters we were discussing previously. She'll nod. She'll sheathe her sword. I can come with you if you want, otherwise I don't have much else to do.
By all means, could use the company.
Of course. And Lashnara will head back into his chambers. Where do you want to go first?
Let's drop our friend off.
Yeah.
First, yep.
Okay, so the Castellane Manor is number 7.
Yep, down by the harbour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, below the harbour.
Yep. And you know that the beetle cells are actually a couple little. Oh, I've got to get select again. I keep doing with that select.
Ladies.
Just a couple. No, couple over here.
Far?
So you can head in that direction.
Yep.
And sure, the beetles are basically the cops in town. Don't wear a uniform, so they can kind of blend in. Don't really carry much in the way of weaponry. Just a billy club here or there. At best, they might wear a gambeson or a buff coat. They don't really have much to do. The town operates pretty much on its own. The garrison is the power within the town, so the beetles just do minor law enforcement. But considering the fact that the garrison owes its allegiance elsewhere, it's probably best in this situation, and Siobhan would know that, to take this guy here. Castellane has control of the beetles. And yes, there is a beetle sitting out the front of the little holding room, smoking a pipe, and he seems to be, he has a bottle of wine and an apple which he's munching on as well. He sees you coming and he gets up, dusts himself off. What are you doing?
I'll hold out the letter. So with Mashinara.
Evening, Siobhan. Let me have a look at this. All right.
Kill everybody with this note. Oh, shit.
Well, you're fucked.
We've been Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
All right. Who's being put into the cell?
This guy and gesture at the.
Gesture it.
I'm Kruber now. All right. Okay. Okay, Kruber now. In you get. And he'll look around. Roger. No. I'm Kruber now.
Yeah,
Kruber.
It won't hurt you unless you try and escape.
No,
Got a very important mission for you, Kruber. You just got to go in there and grab something for her.
Yep,
Only Kruber can do it.
that's right.
He's-
And you get tired.
He's like looking at you and not really seeming to grasp the situation. Either that or he seems to think you're totally BSing him. And you're like, no, I go get drunk.
That actually sounds like Kruber.
It
Cool.
does sound like Kruber. It's pretty legit. It's the most Krubery thing he's done so far.
Okay, we're gonna force him in.
I mean, I feel like we just get him a beer and then we put like a thing of beer in the cell.
For fuck's sake, there's not. This is. I think he is smart enough to avoid going into a cell willingly, somehow. And
He's also paying attention to you as you speak among yourselves.
yeah,
Push him in the cell then.
yeah, just get away.
All right, you can, we'll just say you can
Look,
avoid.
we will essentially take any gear he is currently holding in the guise of being Kruber, and yeah, just who cares? This is not our friend. This is not anyone we need to care about. Rough
You
handle
can-
it. Just
we
shove
can-
it in.
Yeah, we can say that you can, among the group of you, manage to manhandle him into the cell. And he will be completely nonplussed by the whole process. But I'm Kruber now.
Mhm.
And he will grip hold of the cell bars and he'll shake them, and his demeanor and his face will take on a kind of a slightly perplexed look to start with, and then morph into a furious scowl, and
Calm down, Kruber. We'll be back for you.
he will
Right.
shake and rattle the bars.
No beer for bad Krubers.
Yep.
Is the guy, the person who showed us in, still with us?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll just say to him, yeah, he's delusional and crazy, and just don't talk to him or give him anything. I mean, well, food and stuff, but like,
We need him alive.
Don't let him out.
Will do. Not a problem.
We didn't want to let him out.
Sounds good to me. The guy looks like a total nut job.
A little bit, yeah.
You could definitely say that.
Right. All right. Well, I'll
Thank you for your help.
That's all right. It says here indefinitely.
Yes.
But we might need that cell in time, so hopefully the indefinite isn't too long. But anyway, yeah.
If it does become an issue, please talk to Lashnara about it, because we may not be able to be contacted.
Sure. All right. He'll sit back down and he'll pick up his apple, dust it off, wipe it on his blouse, take another bite. Have a good night then, boys and girls, and nice seeing you, Siobhan.
Nice seeing you too.
Thanks for your help. I guess we'll head off.
Where you headed?
Well, first off, as we walk out of ear range of the guard, I turn to Siobhan and say, "So, just curiously, how well known you are? How well known, or why are you so well known in the town?"
Particularly by the
Told
guards.
you, I work for Lord Castellan.
Cool. So they're just people just know you because you're around a lot.
Do odd jobs for Lord Castellan here and there, so people get to know me.
Cool. Awesome. That'll be handy. It's nice. It's nice to have a somewhat recognizable face.
We were just in Castle and Manor.
Rather than just being treated as random adventurers.
We were just in Castle and Manor. It's like where his boss lives.
Yes, I'm aware.
All right.
Which religion do you belong to, Sean?
I'm of the what's it called?
Were you sufferings?
I thought he was. I thought he was Order of the Heart.
That's it. Order of
he
the
is
Heart.
Order of the Heart. That's neither of these guys.
Yep.
No.
Dang it.
Oh well.
That's okay. I'm sure they'll treat me very nicely.
Since Kukulane became a cleric, what religion did he take up? What's his belief system?
Oh, jeez. He'd be a true believer, so he's probably the heart as well, unfortunately. In fact, he was pretty enamored by Sean, so he will be Order of the Heart as well. He believes in that.
Kindly Ollery is also a religion of nobility and is also an Order of the Heart.
Ooh. Kindly Ollery. Let's check out Kindly Ollery then,
Well,
guys.
sure. On the way there, I asked Radney about of my scars and if it's something that she thinks would need divine healing or just time.
It's possible. It depends what caused them, but some healing might be of benefit. They do look like they're not just scars, though. It looks like there's more to it than that. The scars themselves, a normal scar would heal. Divine healing will, knit the flesh back together. Only the most horrific scars would remain. This looks like there is something else at play here.
I
It's
show
possible.
her the quarterstaff, and I'm like, a whole lot of this type of wood exploded in his face. It was like a cursed tree.
A cursed tree? I haven't heard of a cursed tree. But, curses can affect most things, so why not? So perhaps a remove curse might assist you?
Do you have one? Oh, you don't have one of those. Dang it. We already had this question asked. Never
We
mind.
did. Other spells might be of use. So restoration or regeneration, I believe, but they are both well beyond my means.
Well, perhaps since we're asking after Minerva's little problem, we can ask about mine. At least that might be easy to fix.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go talk to Kindly Ollery.
Sure.
You're not going to go to the alchemist?
Oh, do you think we should go to the alchemist first for Mark's body?
Actually,
Yes. Okay.
We should probably go do that at some point.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down with that.
It's up to you, but I mean, maybe only one or two need to go to the alchemist.
isn't he? He was like super creepy the only time I've been there. He's
I haven't met him
suspect.
before.
Let's just say ethics is probably not one of his strong points. I kind of that's kind of
Gave off dangerous vibes to me.
So why did you give your friend's body to this crazy dude?
He wanted to study an orc, and honestly, Mark himself said, "Feel free to do it if he died." So,
He did
like,
say that. Of course, he
so,
said that so that you wouldn't give it to him while he was alive. But
yes,
he did say
that's not that's beside the point.
I
He
wasn't
offered a lot
there,
of money as
so
well.
I don't know this, but stories that were told around the campfire.
God
yeah,
damn it!
I can corroborate that. Well, maybe I told the story.
I suggest myself and Hypatia go there because we've actually been there before and been around for this.
Selling a friend.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
fine with splitting the party if you
Are,
guys.
are we? Is it this? I guess. A Jaquan, it does count too, but I believe it's just myself and Hypatia who are currently here that have been around since we started.
I've got a feeling that the recording has dropped out.
Oh, why?
I don't know, but I don't have my recording icon down my system tray, so...
Do we want to end here then?
Would be a convenient juncture for someone.
Well, it is midnight.
It is also his midnight, yeah.
Alright, so we can do that. Hopefully, when I hit Alt F9, it does save. But yeah, my recording icon's disappeared, so I'm thinking the recording has dropped.
Cool.
We have to do
Yes,
it all again.
we can split the party next time.
Cool.
Yep.
Alright,
Yeah.
it is midnight, you're right, so we'll leave it there. Alright, thanks guys, and let me hit Alt F9 and see if we have any luck.